Yeah. Hello, guys. Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the Football Fans Zone with your boy Timber Banks, guys. And yeah, we are live. We are live. I've not really have time to go live today. Yet again, nothing is actually happening. It's international football, so we are doing a watch along. And guys, the watch along we're doing is between Italy versus Belgium. The watch along we'll be doing is between Italy versus Belgium, though I'll also be keeping an eye on every other game that is being played as it is. So, but for now, the watch along we are doing here is the match between Italy versus Belgium. And I'm going to be calling out the lineups very soon. I'll call out the lineups very, very soon, guys. So don't go anywhere. But yeah, all you want to do is just yeah, let's talk football. Let's talk football, guys. Though not much is happening, but yet again, we still have to talk about it. So big up to everybody, guys. Big up to every single body out there on the chat as well. So even though you've got something to say that has nothing to do with the match, feel free. As long as it's football related, we'll look into it as well. So big up to everybody, man. I'm just looking for the lineups. Hmm. So another thing, please don't forget to share, like, guys. Do not forget to share, and like, people. Don't forget to share and like. Let's make the community bigger than what it is right now. So, for Italy, they are playing with a 3-5-1-1 formation. Crazy. I don't know how that is going to work though. So they are playing with a 3-5-1. No, 3-5-5. So what am I saying? 3-5-1-1. So you have Donnarumma in goal. Then you have a back three of Di Lorenzo, and Bastoni and Calafiori. Those are the three guys in defense for Italy tonight. Then you have Cambiaso, Frantesi, Ricci, Tonali, and DeMarco. Those are the guys doing it in the midfield. Then you have Pellegrini, who is a 10, and you have Retzegu up front. And for Belgium, you have Casting in goal. Then you have a back four of the Cooper, Tete, First, and the best. Those are the guys doing the job for them at the defense line. Then you have Mangala and Yuri the two double pivots. Then going forward, you have Jeremy Doku, Trossard, Dio Catalare, who plays for Atalanta. Then you have Openda up front, the lone guy up front. Oh, well, very interesting. Very interesting, guys, because I'm not seeing on the bench, I'm not seeing Lukaku. I'm also not seeing Kevin De Bruyne. Interesting, guys. I'm not seeing Lukaku. I'm not seeing Kevin De Bruyne on the bench. I just hope we get to see them play this game, though. So big up to everybody in the chat. So that is basically the team list for both side. Like to get just the players doing the job for both team. And the goat is asking, he says, here, will you stream the game? I wish I can stream the game though, but in all honesty, I don't have the license because if I stream it, I will get a strike. So I don't want to and that might demonetize my station before it gets monetized. So I'm not. I wish I can stream it, but I'll be lying. I am not streaming it. I'm not. But feel free. We can give you play to play of the game how it goes. I'll put it up on the screen. Play to play on how the game goes. You are definitely going to see it. Big up to you. Big up to you. How you do? I hope you're good though. How are you? Hope you're good. Do not forget to subscribe and share. Like. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, guys. So big up to everyone in the chat. Okay. He's asking where can I watch the game? Where can you watch the game? I think you can actually watch it on Twitter. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can watch it on Twitter because I know some people they watch it. Actually, they watch the game from Twitter these days. So I believe if you can go to Twitter, I'm sure you'll get just you'll be able to stream it on Twitter. I'm sure of that. So go check it out on Twitter. Go check it out. See. Like I said, guys, I'll be keeping an eye on the game between them because there are so many people playing as well. I think England are playing Greece. Okay, let me just call out the team sheet for England as well versus Greece, though. Though I might not be doing the I might keep an eye on it. That I'm not doing the game. But let me just call out the team sheet. Now, in the game between Greece versus England, in goal you have Jordan Pickford. Then the back four have Trent Alexander-Arnold, John Stones, Cowell, and Rico Lewis. In the midfield, you have Jude Bellingham and wow, Declan Rice. Then you have in the the 10 is Phil Foden. Going forward, you have Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, and Anthony Gordon. This is what we actually want to see. Honestly, this is something you actually want to see. You want to see a situation whereby a player like Harry Kane is not even being invited into for the team. He did not get invited because I am looking at the bench also. I am not seeing Harry Kane. And for me, it's odd, guys. It's odd. I can't even believe it. It's odd. Honestly, I lie not. I can't even believe it that Harry Kane is not on the list. Then it says, who do you think will win? For me, I honestly believe it's you. I think Italy for me. I want to go. I go with Italy. I think Italy will win. I think Belgium is going to win. I won't lie to you, the goals, man. Belgium have not really been. the same team we used to know for a very long time, the same team. So you can easily say they fall off. You know, they're not the team we used to know anymore. They're not. So that is one of the reasons why I'll be like, man, I believe these guys are going to win. Italy, because when you look at the guys doing the business for Italy, you know, and they've got a very very good coach, man. You know, so I believe for me, I'm just hoping. I'm not saying they will get it, but I'm just hoping and believing that Italy will actually get this one for me. So it is you against me though, because I can see you are going with Belgium. So I'm going with I'm going with Italy. So I guess we just have to just wait and see who ends up winning the bet at the end of the game. But it's very surprising. Sorry, I've forgotten. Like I was even talking about lineups. So for Greece, you have Vlachodimos in goal. You have Rota. You've got okay, Lakodumos in goal. Then you have a back four of Rota, Mark Mark Makrovpanos. Then you have a Kolekerkis. Oh God, these names. Dionis. Wow. Then you have a Siopis in go the midfield. Kubelis. Going forward, you have Solis, Bak Bakestas, Masoras, and in the up front you have Pavlidis. Man, it's crazy. It's just crazy, man. United is red forever. Big up to you, my G. He says here, he said, bro, today I saw you in Newcastle fan channel saying Dan Ashworth already failed in United in just 5 months, and he have on we have 10k subscribers. Man, allow them. At the end of the day, they will push the wrong narrative. But at the end of the day, you don't want to. I like going. I go on the right track. That's what I do. I don't say because I'm looking for subscribers or views, then I come talk crap online. I don't do that. I'll always say something for what it is. So if it works for him, so if it works for him, allow the guy do his thing. Allow him do his thing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. He go last time Newcastle win a trophy was in 1960s. Man, like you won't blame them though. You won't blame them, but watch out for them, guys. Watch out because with the fact that City were able to actually beat what was it called, the Premiership, that might take another turn. So maybe they might go all out to go get the players now. But yet again, it still does not make sense to me, honestly. And this is why this is giving me the vibe of these guys will never get found guilty, man. A lie not. I've been saying it for a very long time now. I keep saying it. I don't think they will get found guilty. I don't think so. They're going to get away with murder. They're definitely going to get away with it because it doesn't make sense to me. The way everything goes in City's favor, it's crazy. I tell you, it's crazy. The way everything just happens and goes into City's favor, man. You want to look at it as well. I always support Belgium in Europe competition. Well, Belgium has not really been doing well though. In the last 7 years, they've not been doing well. You could put that to the fact of you can easily say it's because of their manager. But I don't know what you want to call it, man. Honestly, but they've not really been exceptional with the factor amount of players they've actually have in that team, man. They should be doing better. Our owners are serious, but our players are not. But I don't think so, man. All I would say is this, man. I just think it's just too early to judge both to judge right now because as much I want to agree to all those statements, like I still want to just man give these guys the benefit of the doubt, man. You know, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't forget, this is the Premiership we're talking about here. The Premiership is the Premiership we're talking about here. So you just have to. I think they just need time, man. They just need time. Yeah, I believe it will come good. There is still a long way with further to our club should bring income. It's not over. Wow. No, that's true though. I agree with you. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. But yet again, man, I don't understand. Don't understand. The question is this, man. Like I know many people have been talking about the fact that no, uh, people are already going in on the Enos and Sergeant Ratcliffe saying you know, they manipulated the fan base. They deceived the fan base. They fooled the fan base. I just laugh. How about you guys calm down? But yet again, I'm not surprised because um, fans of Nice actually, said this in the first place when United got this guy. They were like, "Man, guys, be careful of those guys. Be careful. Be careful." One of the modern coaches use 3-4-2-3-1. Yeah, I think it's a good formation though. Big up more Fuse. Been a
Yeah,
while.
hi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, man. Fine, fine, fine. How are you? How are you?
Yeah, good, 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 good. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Plus, you went home,
Yeah, I had to
so
travel. I had to go on holidays. A small holiday. I know my fans on fancy football are expecting me to come live now, but
yeah.
I think I just have to wait a little bit. You know,
you
big
have
ups
to
to you.
do. You
Manchester
have
is
to.
red for it. I have to rest a little bit. To
You
be
have to do.
frank,
Go deliver. Go deliver.
yeah. Big ups to you.
Yeah, I know. I
Manchester is
understand.
red.
I understand. I
Big ups to
understand.
you. Yeah. So what's going on? Seeing you talking about the City win. Is that a City win or something? Because there's no outright judgment on by the tribunal that the FA must change their rules or not. I
Mm-hmm.
saw a bit of clip from Simon Jordan this morning on Talksport with regards to how City have to be very careful
Okay.
on how they go on about this issue of suing the Premier League all the time. And I think City have to
Mm-hmm.
be very, very careful. You see, you cannot be part of an organization and you take that. I've said this several times, and you take
Mm-hmm.
that. City fans they might be
Happy for now.
happy for now, but they should be very careful. The City hierarchy should be very careful because this is a league that how old is the league? The Premier League was established in 1993. And since then, it has been they've been smooth sailing, and they've been
Mm-hmm.
rules upon rules. And City have gone back to the second division twice when they came to the Premier League. Fortunately enough, they were bought by the former um, uh, uh, Thailand Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who sold it to the to the Qataris. I mean, to the Abu Dhabis,
Mm-hmm.
or the Emiratis, I
Abu
would say.
Dhabis.
Yeah. So I don't
Yeah.
understand what they are trying to achieve in terms of, because see, let me say this. Tomorrow a club like United will just wake up and say they don't want to be part of the Premier League. Then you start seeing breakaways because
Mm-hmm.
of this City behavior. You start seeing breakaways. Club begins to break. The English league will be divided into two parts, and we don't want to see this in the
Mm-hmm.
league. We don't want to see it. I think City have to be very careful because there are clubs in the Premier League with rich history more than them, far better than them, no matter what
Mm-hmm.
they want to say they've achieved in
Yeah.
recent years. And let me say this:
Mm-hmm.
they were part and parcel of that rule when it came out, that you cannot spend, you have to spend
Mm-hmm.
what you have generated. They were all part of it. Yes, they did not
Yeah.
vote
Yeah.
for, they voted against the rule, but they were part and parcel of the rules. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand where we are
Mm-hmm.
going, where City is going to with all this, because like I said, they have to be careful. They have to be, I've been saying it. City have to be very careful going forward. Their fans might be singing, yes, we have done it, we are seeing it, we have done that. But let me say this, TM Banks, when you feel that
Mm-hmm.
you have the money, it is all about money. They if United, Arsenal, and Liverpool come out today and say they don't want this rule, or they don't want what the
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
City
Yeah.
are, the
Yeah.
way City are behaving, and we want to break away from the league, then
Mm-hmm.
City can be on their own on that league.
Yeah.
City can be
Who
on their
who
own
is
on that
left?
league, and let's see how they can compete. Let's just say United, Arsenal, including Chelsea and Tottenham breakaway. Let them compete with the other boys and let's see.
Even
They
Chelsea. Yeah.
have to be careful. Yes, they have to be careful, and that is my take.
You,
That's my take
you
on it.
boring man. The league will be
It's boring,
boring.
yes. And then you have a breakaway league. The City
The league
can
will be
can sit
boring,
down
man.
and manage. They want to destroy English football, and that is why I am blaming the Premier League, because if you have this state, when I mean state, the likes of Qatar, Saudi Arabia come to buy club, what they do is that they come in with money and different kind of
Mm-hmm.
behaviors, because they'll be say they feel that they are
Mm-hmm.
untouchable. Who is City? Who is Manchester City in the
Yeah.
history of English football? Who is that? And I will say it.
Mm-hmm.
Who are City in the history of English football? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about their pedigree for the past 30, for the
Yeah.
past 40, 50 years. They have they even in the Premier League, they have gone down twice. They have gone
Just
down
imagine.
twice in the Premier League.
Now, now they are fortunate to get people money.
Yes,
But,
but
but like you said, they should be worried, man. As
they
well,
should
they
be
should
they should be
keep
careful,
because
because
I believe.
and I think that they've been singing this judgment, they've been singing this, they've been doing this, they've been dancing, they've not gotten any judgment. Any City fan that feels that they have any judgment in here, they should come out, because your state, the state. See, you cannot tell me that a club like United. Let's look at United.
Hmm.
United have done several deals in the past.
Hmm.
United have done several deals in the past, and if you look at those deals that have
Yeah.
been done in terms of sponsorship, you will find out
Hmm.
that it's just like, okay. How are you? Yo, I'm talking to somebody. Go. Keep quiet. Okay, you discover that those deals that have been done over time, have
Hmm.
favored have been. If you look at, okay, let's look at the Adidas deal United did. All of
Yeah.
us, all of us know how much that United made in that deal, and the deal involved. Now you want to tell me
Was
that
not was
City,
not 400 million.
yeah,
Was it
no,
four
it
hundred
was,
million?
it was
Was it
10
400
million.
million?
It was £10 million per year for the next 10 years, depending on whether United qualify for Europe or not. There will be an increase, and that was how the deal
Okay.
they struck with Adidas was. That was the deal they struck with Adidas was. That's how the deal went. So I think for me, we need to look. The Premier League need to look at those deals and see if it's because you don't want Abu Dhabi to come in and splash in. Okay, there's a goal being scored now. Am I right?
Yeah. Italy has scored. I think Italy has
Okay,
scored a
Italy
goal.
has scored. Yeah, yeah.
Italy has
Italy has
even
scored. I think it's Andre Cambiaso, if I'm not mistaken.
Cambiaso.
Yeah, so yeah. So if we look at this deal, if we look at these deals that are going on now, you look at okay. Tell me now, if Etihad just come in and invest 1 billion, 1 billion, is it fair to other clubs, to other smaller clubs? Let's tell
It's
ourselves the
not.
truth and
It's
invest in
not.
1 billion in terms of image right. $1 billion, is that the true reflection of what that deal was? You see, the problem with
Honestly, it's
City is that
crazy.
I think they've lost. Manchester City have lost every moral in English football, and I'll say it. They've lost every moral in English football. They've cheated the league not once, but
Yeah.
they're doing it. They're even doing it with impunity.
Yeah.
That's just it. They've cheated the league. If there's any City fans that want to defend, they should come out here. They should come out on this show and defend their club, and let them tell us that the 115 DC was just a manufacturing DC, and what is really going on now is it's not done in anywhere. You
It's
cannot
not
tell
done.
Etihad or the or Arsenal we mix Arsenal has a deal, has an image right with Emirates. How much does that deal worth? Then you come in
Imagine.
with Etihad, the Etihad Airways. You come in there and you tell us that the deal worth 1 billion. Too much lies from City,
One
to be frank.
billion.
Too much lies
One
from City.
billion.
How can
I
that deal
mean, it's
worth a billion?
crazy.
How can that deal worth 600 million in how many years? There are too much lies, and they have to come straight forward. They have to come. If not
Honestly,
so, I think one day
yeah,
something will come up with them along the way.
that is all we want. Honestly, because one thing is that
Something.
when they lost me was when they came outside and said they made a profit. They made a profit of how many million? 700 million.
These
I was like,
guys, if,
guys,
if
man,
you
take
look
it
at if you
slow.
look at their global followership, it is none compared to the top clubs that have been there for over. You see, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to be at the top. You know that, Themba Banks. You know it. It takes a long time to be
Yeah,
at the top. It takes a long time to
yeah.
be at the top.
You're talking the fact, man. Because one thing is this, man. When they came out, the way I said to somebody, I said, United might be crap on the pitch. They might be rubbish on the pitch at the moment. But when it comes to commercials, deal, branding,
United are
they are
far,
still up there. You
ahead of
see,
them.
they're
Let's tell
still
ourselves
up
the
there.
truth.
They're up there. I said we see people like City winning a treble, and yet nobody was able, even not even pack. Yet Atletico Bilbao won the Copa del Rey. The street was full of fans. So
Exactly.
I believe some of these City fans are people that started supporting City when these guys took over. For
Exactly.
me, that's why I think I see those guys that they decided supporting this club when those guys Abu Dhabi took over, because there was a point in time by Man City when they had the likes of Steven Highland, Barry, Sean Phillip as well. They were
Yeah.
smashing them 8 something, 8-1. Middlesbrough smashed 8-1. But all of a sudden now, money came in and they were able to do something by no club have been able to do and won't be able to do. Because if there's something Man City was able to do was purchase players. They bought players from
You remember
different.
Banks when they signed Robinho, and Robinho
Yeah,
thought that it was United. You remember what Robinho said? Robinho thought that it was United that wanted to sign. He
yeah,
thought that it was United that wanted to sign him.
signing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he
this
ended up
is
going to another club.
yeah, yeah. So I just think that yes, they've used money to pimp the club. They pimp their club. City have pimped their club with money, whether we
Mhm.
like it or not. If there's any City fans that want to come here and tell me that they've not pimped their club with money, then they want to tell me that they've not pimped their club. Then I will tell him the history of the club itself, and how many times they've gone to relegation in the Premier League, and have this have and how they have struggled over time. So uh, I think
Mhm.
City fans should
They
be
won't,
should
they
be
won't
should be great.
come. They will not.
City hierarchy and their fans should be very,
They
very
will not.
gracious and be grateful. They should be gracious and be
They
faithful.
will not.
And
Because
that for
they know
me,
it's a fact.
yes, and that for me is humility. I think France has have a lead against Israel as we speak. Norway is leading Slovenia by 1 goal to nil. Italy, Belgium is one nil in favor of Italy. And the Faroe Islands and Armenia are drawing. Let me see in other games that were played earlier. Moldova and Andorra. Moldova beat Andorra by 2 goals to nil. Then um, Latvia beat Northern
They lost
Macedonia.
now. They lost.
Northern
Yeah.
Macedonia beat Latvia. Then England are currently drawing 0-0 against Greece. Uh, then
Now I
the
want to ask you something,
Gibraltar.
fancy man.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, do you see the lineups for England? Like this
Yeah,
is something whereby we have been looking forward to, man. Different. Like Harry Kane is not even nowhere in the pitch. Harry Kane is not there.
yeah,
Like when I looked at it, I was surprised. Like you have these are the actually from the players: Pickford,
yeah,
Trent, John Stones, Coville, Lewis, Declan Rice, Foden, Bellingham, Saka, Gordon, and Kopama. Like
yeah.
this is the kind of thing whereby you would have expected long time ago because it is we cannot deny the fact that England have got talent.
And they are playing
But
a
then
four
again,
two
guys,
two two form and they are playing a 4-2-2-2 formation.
4-2-2-2. Oh, that's Rafnik information. That
Yeah,
was
four
Rafnik
two two
and
two formation. So that's what
Johnny Scott.
what's his name is playing now. The manager of England is playing now.
Lee,
Lee
what's
Casley.
that name?
Lee Casley is playing
Casley.
now.
Yeah, Casley.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You
a
reckon
four.
he will get a job full time?
Um, I think he has done. He has for me. Whether he will get the job full time is what I don't know. I think I discussed this with
Mhm,
Omo last time, and Omo was saying that he likes the guy, and I like the way Omo likes the guy. I do like the guy because you see managers with academic knowledge of football, they know that you need natural. Oh, you see that. So they will tell you that they know that you need a natural player, you need a natural flow in terms of transition, in terms of what you
mhm,
do, in terms of how you go about. So these
mhm,
guys, these managers that have coached age grade football, they understand that compared to managers that
mhm,
are just in the national team and they will just want to. So, and I think that he understands the flow. He understands how England should play going forward. But what I don't really trust in terms of whether he will get the job is the English FA itself. I think in the English FA wants to look at elsewhere. Whether they will look at that elsewhere is what I don't understand, but what I don't know. But I think they are looking at elsewhere. But let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen with regards to Lee
But
Casley and the
like,
job.
who
Yeah,
is out there? Who is
and that
out
is
there you
why
think they
it's
will
the same
actually
question.
look to
The
keep?
same question I've been asking the United fan. You want Ten Hag to go? I also want. I've stopped being an apologist of Ten Hag. I've stopped it. I've given him time enough.
Mhm.
So you want Ten Hag to go,
Honestly, man.
but Tia Banks, who is out there for United
Mhm.
to bring? Yes, there's a Thomas Tuchel there. Will he want to take the job? I think Tuchel
No,
doesn't
but
want to
for
take
me,
the job.
I took, I don't, no, I think he will. But
No, I don't
I will
think.
tell
Do
you
you
the
know
honest
what
truth,
the
man.
problem with
Tuchel is not,
United? You see,
Tuchel is not a,
the problem with United is that if you look at still post Salah, we are still under post Salah Ferguson. This is 10 years or 11 years after Salah Ferguson have retired. But United are being
Mhm.
judged on the success of the past by the pundits,
Yeah.
by the ex players, by some of the fans. Some of us fans
Mhm.
that have watched the glory days of United. You understand what I mean now? Some of us fans have watched
Yeah.
the glory days of United.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of us judge this current team, even the team coached by Mourinho, even the team coached by Luis Van Gaal, even the team coached by David Moyes, even the team
Mm.
being coached by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We judge those teams from the things of the past. And For me,
Mm-hmm.
you have to look at it, yes, because in the past there was a lot of success, the treble win, winning the league three times in a row, twice. You understand all those things,
Mm-hmm.
building teams upon teams upon teams for 26 years under Sir Alex Ferguson. These are massive and huge success. You cannot take it out of that club. But I say, let's move on from that. Let the old players, the former players, stay away. I'm not going to tell them to stay away from the club actually, but let the old players look at things as that. Yes, things are not really going well for at now at United, but can we just move on from talking about because you've achieved success in the club? Let's look at the big picture of the club and where the club is at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Where the club is at the moment. That is where the big picture is now. But these old players, these pundits that some of them I will call them anti-United. Most of them I will call them anti-United. Most of them, they still believe that we are seeing the Alex Ferguson era. That things should be things can it cannot be. They see managers that comes into to these clubs. If they come into this club, you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There is a big shoe to fill. There is a big shoe to fill. We know that there's a big, big, big shoe to fill, and the big shoe to fill is Sir Alex Ferguson, whether we like it or not.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
true. It's
the
true.
coaches that have come by
So
have not filled that shoes. Forget about Luis Van Gaal won an FA Cup. Forget about Mourinho won a Europa Cup and what did he win again? And the Carabao Cup. Forget
he
about
won the community
yes,
shield and I think Carabao Cup.
yes,
Yeah.
you won the community shield. That's yes, you can put. So forget about Olugono Social came in and did some experiment, and and the rest was history. Went to the Europa League final, couldn't really hold his gear on his own against Unai Emery, Villarreal in that final. Lost some penalties. Then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
also forget about Eric Ten Hag coming in, winning back-to-back trophies. All United fans wants to see is two things: playing good football and winning trophies. That is just it. Anything else that
Yeah.
happen, and let me
Yeah.
say this: to add insult to injury in our local palace in Nigeria, as we want to we put
Mm.
it, is that if you look at if you look at if you look at behind the scene, the Glazers have not helped the club. I am saying it. People will tell you that
Mm-mm.
what happened on the pitch, how does it affect what happened off the pitch? It does in football. It does in football. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
remember, you are a Real Madrid fan, and I will take you back to history. For most of us, have been following European football for a long
Mm-hmm.
time. Remember when Florentino Perez was off the scene, when he lost the presidency a certain year for like 5 years? What happened to Real
Mm-hmm.
Madrid at that moment? They were not winning anything. Remember, they were not winning anything until
Mm-hmm.
Florentino Perez came back. You had the likes of Calderon. They couldn't really win. I think they only won one league in that
Okay.
year. Yes. So remember
Oh,
that Real Madrid
yeah.
couldn't win anything at that time. Sorry, I'm taking you back, but that is history for me. I always like looking
No,
at,
no,
like I
no.
told
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
told
yeah, yeah. I
uh,
understand.
so, and they
I
were sacking
understand.
managers. They had a lot of managers being sacked in that period.
And
Not
many Fabio
until not
Capello,
until
many of
exactly
them.
Fabio Capello came. No, not even Capello time. Remember that there was a certain not Vicente de Bosque, a certain Carlos Queiroz that coached Real Madrid. There was one of these guys
Yeah,
also that
Carascores.
came into yes that came into Real Madrid as well at that time. There were a lot of managers that came in and fit. Not until Florentino Perez won the election again after 5 years. He came back
Mm-hmm.
and he has to model the club in a different direction, and it has worked for him. Today, we can proudly the Real Madrid hierarchy can proudly say that yes, the business model on the pitch can sustain the business model of the pitch. How can you have a stadium?
True.
How can you have the biggest football stadium in England has his leak being roofing, his roof be leaking? That is number one. How can you have a stadium? I am saying, the United fan, you have to open your eyes and see where the problem is coming from. How can you have a stadium, uh, the biggest stadium in England, and you see rodents all around the stadium. You see different things around the stadium. It is uncalled for. It is not. We shouldn't be
Oh.
about it. Uh, Tier Banks. The Glazers have mismanaged this club both on and off the pitch. And let me say, theirs is all about money. The side bringing in of Ronaldo was about money. Bringing in of who else again? Of
Mm-hmm.
the likes of Pogba was about money. Was it about bringing in Sancho?
We have how many? Yeah.
A lot of players that they brought in was about money. They were not brought on footballing reasons, and that is why I call them I used to call them uh, people that don't understand football. They don't understand football. They don't know what football is all about. To be frank, and I'm sorry to say it.
They don't. They don't. All they want is money, man. And they had people like John Meto and Luciano Arnold there, who are
I think the
accountants, who
worst.
also
I think.
also knows
I think
nothing
the
about
worst. The
football.
worst person that have run that club behind the scene was Ed Woodward. He is a fucking. Sorry for using this word. He is a fucking loser. I'm telling you. He destroyed that club, giving giving out dividends to the owners of the club, the Glazers. I don't
Mm,
understand.
yeah,
He's
it
a
was
loser.
crazy, man.
It's crazy.
It was crazy.
Okay. So with
It was
18 minutes,
crazy.
with
The dividend were like, whereby,
go ahead, go ahead.
go on.
Okay. So with just with,
No, no, go on.
okay, just to let our viewers know that with 18 minutes played, it's still England nil. 17 minutes played thereabouts, it's still England nil nil. The Gilbert Island and San Marino still nil nil. Finland has just scored against Ireland. Ireland. That goal was scored by Joe Pochop. 17 minutes just now. So Finland are ahead of Ireland. Then as Austria and Kazakhstan as 1-0 to Austria. I think that goal was also scored recently. Who else again in that part? Italy are still leading Belgium by 1 goal to nil. Then the Faroe Islands. Okay, the France away to Israel are still leading by 1 goal to the Faroe Islands. And Armenia is still nil nil. So let's go on.
Kamavinga scored a goal for France.
Yeah, Kamavinga did score for
Kamavinga.
France. Yes, Kamavinga did score for France in 6 minutes. So I think he's taking his Real Madrid form to the national team as well. So I think it's a good one for him.
Honestly, I just wanting the guy, man, fit, man. Like, what do you have to say about this guy injury, Maswari and Garnacho?
Okay, and I said that I wanted to do a podcast today on those injuries, but I think you know I'm seeing, like I said, I just want to be on. I saw a message from Manchester is red forever that it's been a long time no see fancy my brother, but
Yeah, yeah,
this is where we are. So this
yeah.
is this is what I still think. I think Masarawi has been the best signing so far in terms of where where
True.
where where we want. He has been the best signing for United so far. Uh, but for me, I think if you look at his career as well, he's been blatant by a little bit of injury, and that is still called it's a cost. Yes, 17 million, 15 million pounds being played for he has been paid for a player. I think that for a player, but we also have to look at his injury history. United knew about his injury history, but we still went for him, and that is still good. That is still good for us to get him. But I think he will come good. He will come good, and hopefully, let's see what will happen at the end of the day for him. Then in terms of
No, he
Garnacho,
has been, he has been fantastic. Yeah.
in terms of Garnacho, in terms of Garnacho, in terms of Garnacho, I think I feel sorry for him. He has been one of the limelight for the club in recent
Hmm.
time. But being injured now, I think we needed him. I think he needed a rest. If he was given a rest, this injury wouldn't have happened.
Hmm.
Yes, he needed a rest. So it's time for him to rest.
I've been saying it for a very long
Yes,
time.
it's time
I've
for
been
him to
saying it for
rest.
a very long time.
Even not just him, even Kobe Maino as well. It's time for Kobe Maino to rest as well. A
Yeah.
lot of a lot of players,
Yeah.
a lot of players in that
Yeah.
club, young players in that club, Kobe Maino, Garnacho, I will not say Ahmad because Ahmad has not had a full grown season, where but
No,
I think he need that
yeah,
rest.
he has not. He has not. He has not.
So
He
for
has not. Because what
for
I've been saying, I said,
okay, now I think we have a big problem in United, and now the big problem in United is that the team is still not balanced. You are
mhm.
you are playing with two left back, two right backs in a team in a two right backs because no matter what you think, I still take Dalo as a right back. So we need
Yeah, he's a right back.
this is the
That way.
mistake. The mistake we United have done in that. This is the mistake United have done during the transfer, and this is what I think they should have signed the right back. With regards to whether they have two right backs that are injured,
A right back or
they
left
should have
back.
signed the left back. Sorry, with
Oh,
regards to whether they have two guys that
left
are
back.
yes,
Okay.
where our problem is now. See the Garnacho Dalo cannot see. I
Mhm.
keep on saying it, if you no be Fanta, no be Fanta e be. If you no be Coke, no be Coke e be.
At
Now
all.
this is what I mean about
At
that
all.
statement. If you're not a left back, you're not a left back. A right back will always
Mhm.
think like a right back, and the left back will think like a left back. I'm sorry to say this.
Mhm.
That is what it is. So that
Mhm.
is why we need to sign
Yeah.
a red a left back. We need to sign a left back in January. Whether those two guys are fit or not, I don't care. Tyler Malasia, I don't really know. I think he
Mhm.
has been recuperating. I don't really know how long will he still be off this thing. Maybe the club won't take it slow on him
Of the game.
off the game. Luke Shaw today is injured. Tomorrow, yes, we are happy that he's coming back closely, but we don't see any. There's no light at the end of the day. So
Man,
this is where we are.
it's
This is
just
where we
crazy,
are with
man.
regards to these guys, and we have to be serious. I've said this so far so good. We have to be serious. And remember I said this in Tier Banks, and I said this. I said the first 10 games for United will tell a whole lot of where we're gonna finish at the end of the season or not. The
Mhm.
first 10 games will tell
Mhm.
us the truth.
Mhm.
Look at somebody saying Gary Neville and Jim
Yeah.
and Sir Jim wants to destroy the club value so they can purchase it at a low rate. No, I don't think so. That is a David Moyes. David Moyes. That is a wrong allegation. Gary Neville, I don't think so. Yes, I sometimes I blame Gary Neville because they just come out and say things that they feel like they want to say it for their own interest. But
Yeah.
if you look at the real this thing
He
is
just
that
talk crap, man.
in terms of United cannot lose. See, as I speak to you, United is the richest franchise, the most expensive franchise in the world. Take it or leave it. Even the Real Madrid and the Barcelona still cannot, in terms of value, cannot come because see, if the club was bought by the Saudis outrightly, the Saudis could have spent close to 7 to 8 billion pounds.
Qatar.
Yeah,
Qatar.
I mean the Qataris, sorry.
Qatar.
The Qataris, sorry. Thank you for correcting me. The Qataris could have spent close to 6 to 8 million pounds with regards to what they have. And that is the reality of things.
Mhm.
So the club is still there. The Glazers are the people destroying the club. The Glazers are the people still behind the scene, not pushing the club in the right direction. And like I said, they are still there. No matter what we think, the Glazers are still there. Until the Glazers sells until the
Mhm.
Glazer sells all their shares in the club, then we'll be satisfied that they've left the club and let footballing people run the club from head to toe. That is my take about this statement.
So now, did you wanted a full sale
I
or
wanted a
we
full
are
sale, and
sticking
this is
with
the reason why I
Sir Jim
wanted a full
Ratcliffe sale?
sale. I wanted a full sale because with Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in, it is not a fresh start. Because you still have those guys
Mhm.
there in the board.
Mhm.
You still have them taking decisions in the board. You still have them in the. You know what they did? Tier banks. This is what these guys did.
Mhm.
They knew that the club are not successful on the pitch, and they are successful off the pitch. So what they did was that let us
Mhm.
sell the matter on the pitch to Sir Jim. Let us sell him. Let him take that burden, so that we will not be burdened with the issue of what is going
Yeah.
on. The Glazer out will die out, and this is what has happened now so far. So that matter on the pitch is left for Ineos and Sir Jim. That is their matter. But they are still behind the scene taking some small decisions on footballing matter.
Okay.
And that is what the United fans don't understand.
Okay. Now, okay. So what you're trying to say is that even with the fact that they've sold us a dream, saying that the football aspect is going to be handled by Sergeant Ratcliffe
Yes,
and
but
Ineos,
you still have
you're
Joe
saying,
Glazer. You still have Joe Glazer in that board, my brother.
Mhm.
You still have him in the board taking decisions.
Yeah, that's how I was trying to ask. I was trying to ask. So you're basically saying that um, they are still also making decisions
Yes.
with the.
Yes, they
Okay.
are. They are in that board with Joe Glazer as their representative in the footballing side of things.
Mhm.
So that is just it.
Okay. Okay. I get a point now. I get a point. And Italy have scored another one. It's 2-0 to Italy, and France have actually we saw a goal. Israel actually
France,
equalized
I think
with
Israel scored in 24 minutes uh
24 minutes. Yeah.
by Galderman, and a quick response
Yeah.
from France, quick response from Christopher Nkuku, 28 minutes, and giving France a 2-1 lead. Then with respect to Italy, if you look at Italy, I think Italy mean business tonight. We saw them beat France last time out.
Yeah.
Uh, with a
Mhm.
fantastic. I think what Luciano Spalletti has done with this Italian team was that he took the manual from Napoli. He took his manual from Napoli
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
brought it to the
Yeah.
Italian team. And now Italy are leading by 2-0 against Belgium. Goals scored by Matteo Retigua, 24. I think 24 minutes. So I think it's a good one for Italy. Yeah, Matteo Retigua. I think he plays for Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. He plays for Atlanta. Retigua
Yeah.
plays
He
for
plays for
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a very bullish
I was fuming.
forward.
I was fuming that day when they were playing Arsenal when he missed that penalty. I was so angry, man.
Oh,
I
wow, wow,
was
wow, wow.
so angry.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh man,
I think
I just wanted Arsenal to take an
there's
L that
another
day.
post. There's another post from Zama. Uh,
Yeah,
so
Zama.
Zama is saying that Ineos are not what United fans think they are. The Glazers are still pulling the strings. Exactly, you are just speaking my mind. They are only making
Yeah.
footballing decisions, and they don't have the money to sack Ten Hag. And this is the point. This is another point again. Now there's an article I read, and that is why I said we that run podcasts of that, and I said it last time out. If when we come on air, we should have our facts right, and this is it. If we are running,
Mhm.
let's try and read every article, new article we have on that. And there's one article I read with regards to if Ineos sack Erik Ten Hag, do you know how much they're gonna pay him? Do you read the article? They're gonna pay him. They're gonna pay him £10 million.
Was
Do you think Ineos have £10 million to pay?
now or the last one?
Now,
But I think
now,
if they are sacking that time,
yeah.
now is it 10 million? Be 17 million. I think it's 17.5
No, it's
million
10 million.
actually.
It's £10 million if they're gonna sack him
17.5.
now. They don't have that money. Now this is what I think. This is what I think. Ineos don't have that money. They've been boxed into the corner. And I think they're in a tight corner now. But I think they will get things right. They will have to get things right. They have to get things right, and
Okay.
let's watch and see what is going to happen with regards to. But Zama, I think Zama is saying Zama is speaking what I'm talking about. I think this Glazer of it, the Glazers have to leave that club. The Glazers are still the problem in that
Honestly.
club. They have to leave the club
But
because you know why?
how do they leave
You
the
know
club
why?
now, Mofid?
Now they have to. They have to. Somebody has to, and that is why I was against selling 30% of the shares to Sajim. I was against it because it's going to put Sajim in and Ineos in a very difficult. And now this is what it is. This is where we are. It's going to put Sajim and Ineos in a very tight corner. We were supposed to let Erik Ten Hag go. Yes, part of me was saying let's let him. Let's see
Mhm.
what he's going to do under this fresh start, because this is a fresh start under the Ineos. But I just realized that Ten Hag cannot change. He might be a good manager.
Mhm.
He might be a good manager, but
Hmm.
I think a United is getting bigger than him now as it is now, and he cannot change.
It is, man. It
Yes,
is.
he cannot change, whether we like
Hmm.
it or not.
It is.
Let's go to the next message and see what's gonna happen. Let's see who else is talking about.
Okay. Uh, okay. I think it's
Okay,
what we're saying.
Gabriel was saying, as a rival, I am shocked that they are okay. I am shocked that there are United fans that still uh
Still back in.
backing the boiling egg.
Back the
Yeah,
talk about Tenag.
yes, yeah, no, yes. Talking about any serious club will have sacked him by now. I am celebrating though, meaning more to laugh. Yes, you can do that. We also laughed when you guys
Yeah.
were having mediocre managers. Arsenal, we having even as a Wenger turned to a mediocre at the end of the day, we were laughing and we loved it. Yes, it's time for you guys to laugh as well. For us keeping Ten Hag and for it is happening to us. But let me say this to the rival fans that are out there. Now, you are a rival fan. Understandably, yes, you want your rival, your rival to fail, whether you like it or not. You want them to fail, and that is football
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yes,
always. Always.
even when we were fighting for the
Yeah.
league against Arsenal, I watch all Arsenal matches. I watch them not because of I
Hmm.
want them to win or they were, for me they were playing really, yes, they were playing fantastic football, but I watch them because I felt that for every match I watch Arsenal, I want them to lose, and that is it for every fan around the
To
world.
lose.
A Real Madrid fan
Yeah.
watch Barcelona matches because he wants them to lose. A
To
Barcelona
lose.
fan watch Real
Yeah.
Madrid because he wants them to, and that is all. Now that we are swallowing and wallowing in our agony,
Hmm.
we are swimming and wallowing in our agony. Let me use that sentence. Now it is high time for you guys to laugh. By the time the chips are down, everybody will come down and we'll see how it goes in terms of what all of us bring on the table. But it's a good one. It's a good message, and I like it. I celebrate you, Ibokwe Gabriel. I celebrate you very well for that message. I think it's high time for the club to sit down and look at what is really obtainable for the club as well, and let's see what's gonna happen.
But what I was saying is this, man, Mark. You know, when you see rival fans talking
Mm.
about keep the guy, keep the manager, keep the manager,
Yeah,
it tells you it should pass the message to you guys like, no, this guy is not it, man.
but
Because right
rival
now,
fans,
even though
rival fans, Etienne Banks is that rival fans they don't control the money.
mm,
The club knows what comes in and what comes
yeah,
out.
yeah, true, they
They
don't.
don't see we
Hmm.
fans we
Hmm.
always complain sack this person out, but we don't control the money. We don't control the finances. We have to look at the big
True,
picture.
true.
We have to look at it. If you are letting
True.
that guy go, do you really think that do you really think that United have the money so far so good? No, they don't have the money to let the 70 million pounds, 10 million pounds. I don't think United has it. Do you know how much United pay Team Viewer to remove them from their sponsorship? Do you know that United pay Team Viewer to take them off that shit? They paid they
They
paid
pay team viewer.
Yes, they paid Team Viewer close to between 7 and 10 million pounds. You don't you that, and
It's
that's why I said,
serious.
oh man, it's something else. So, and that's why I said the club
I
don't have the
had
money
no
at the
idea.
moment. Yes, they did pay Team Viewer. They did pay Team Viewer. So
They were
let's go to
paying team
Jonathan.
viewer.
Yes, to
Hey
take
man,
off.
it's not that paying them.
Yes,
Ah
the
man.
United pay Team Viewer to take off that sponsorship off. So let's go to Jonathan Petrov. Jonathan Petrov said, "Luke Shaw have been left back for the past 10 years. He can in
How
oh,
can
how can
how
injury
can
prone Luke
injury
Shaw
prone
be left back for a decade?"
for
And
a
that's my
decade?
question. I think the moment, sorry, the moment go and charge that. Wait, hold on, go and charge. The moment Luke Shaw had that injury 10 years ago, I know it was
Hmm.
done for him because if you have you seen the images of that leg itself? Have you seen the images of the
Yeah,
guy's leg? If you look at the images of his leg,
man.
you will discover that I think he has been injured over time and over again. So I think for me,
Hmm.
we got into Tyler Malasia to see if it could. There were a lot of guys that were brought in at that time We had this guy,
Mm-hmm.
this Brazilian, what's his
Tellis.
name? Telex, Alexander Telex.
Tellis.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So we need somebody that is. I think they should go for Robinson. Robinson that plays
For
currently plays
Fulham.
for Fulham. They should go for that guy.
I've been saying
Uh,
this, man. He's a good player as
I
well.
know
I've been
it's
saying
gonna
it since a
cost.
long
It's
time,
gonna
man.
cost close to 30 million pounds, but they should invest that money on Robinson, and that is it. United have to look past Luke
30,
Shaw. United have to look past Luke
I
Shaw
think
in
30
January
million
and see. Let's see
is
where
reasonable,
it
man.
goes. Yeah. So
It's reasonable.
who is this
30
one?
million pounds is
What's this one? Kappa Lands. He said Ineos
Kepa Lance.
Kepalant. He said Ineos.
And
Ineos.
wait.
I'm still waiting to see what they are about. I can't lie. We need to discuss this in depthly. Yeah, I think Kepalant. There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing here to discuss. I think
Mm-hmm.
I've just laid it bare that the footballing problem, the entire footballing problem of Manchester United have been spot upon Ineos, and the Glazers and the backseat watching and doing their hands like this, rubbing their hands. Let's chop our money. Let's chop the
Yeah,
remaining dividends behind the scene.
yeah,
And that is it.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, there's nothing to discuss
They are
about it.
washing their hand,
They've washed
saying
their
to
hands.
themselves,
Yes,
if it goes wrong,
they've
they
not
won't
washed their
blame us.
hands
They
off the
blame
club.
us.
Oh. They've not washed their hands off the club because
No, no, I know, they have.
they have dividends
Yeah.
to collect from the club. What they've done that they've
Mm-hmm.
watched their hands off the footballing side of the club. But when it comes
Yeah,
to
true.
sponsorship deal, taking dividends from the club, they are there. When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to celebrating
They are there.
success of managers, that the
They are
success
there.
of the club, they are there. So that is just
Mm-hmm.
his Kepa land.
Mm-hmm.
So that is it.
That's what I'm saying. They'll be clean their hand like yes. If the whole thing goes sour, we are not going to get the blame. Sergeant Ratcliffe and Inos are going to get the blame. If it goes well, fine and good, we are still making our money, man.
Yeah. So
And that, which is why okay, let's move on to the next
let's move on to let's move on
Andrew
quickly.
Monk. Andrew Monk says yes.
Okay, and
He
Ramon
said
said
Robert
we get
played
players
food, led astray.
led astray, misled, misguided, duped, deceived. Oh my god, these synonyms.
And
I think I'm liking these synonyms of in short. I love these synonyms, and Monk. Deceive and
yeah.
hoodwind, hoodwind, tricked. Yes, I think. See, I've been saying it. Sell this club outrightly. Selling the
Mhm.
club. Yes, I'm not saying Ineos are they are not good. They are not good. Oh. Let me make this thing clear, guys. I have
Mhm.
never said Ineos are a bad this thing. No, they are not. What I'm saying now, what I'm telling you guys now is that the club could have been sold outrightly. 6, 7 million, billion pounds
Mhm.
will be enough for the Glazers, but the Glazers are greedy. The Glazers deceived us. The Glazers
They're
did a
just
lot of things
greedy.
against
They're
us.
just greedy.
Yes, the genesis of what is still happening now is still from the Glazers. Uh, and I think that
Mhm.
some solutions need to be something need to be done quickly with regards to taking the Glazers off this thing. So for me, we will do well going forward. We will do well in the footballing side. We'll have to do well going forward. We have to try our best. The current hierarchy have to try our best, but this is where we find ourselves now.
Mhm. Because the question I want to ask now is this: like, how do Manchester United now get rid of Glazers? How do they get them out of this, like, out of this club?
They can't. They
How?
can't. Please give me a moment,
How?
please. Give me a moment, Tia Banks.
Yeah,
Just a moment.
no stress, no
I'm
stress.
coming. I'm coming. Yeah.
So that's the thing, guys, man. The question you ask yourself, man, and that's a very, very important question. Like, how did they get rid of these guys? Because I don't think it's easy. I don't think so. I don't think it's an easy job to do because these guys are. I don't think they want to leave. They're going to be here for a very long time. But yet again, there are two questions I actually want to ask. First is how was or how did they allow that guy to purchase this club on credit? How? How was that allowed? Whereby you could get a club. of Manchester United caliber on credit. How? And these guys, they don't even bring anything into the club. All they do, they keep taking, they keep taking, they keep taking. And mind you, even with the fact that what's it called? These guys from Qatar want to buy the club. Even the fact they want to buy the club, they were still going to pay debt. They were still going to pay the debt Manchester United is currently owing. You know, they were still going to pay the debts they were owing. These guys were ready to pay splash out around, I think around 7 billion to purchase the club. They were ready to splash out 7 billion to purchase the club. But you have people in Glaze whereby they believe if this Super League comes, we can get more than that. They believe so. They honestly believe if the Super League comes, they will get more money than that. And that is why they've actually decided to, man, we are going to fuck this club up. Honestly, I don't want to lie. I'm telling you guys the honest truth. The honest truth. Let me just go through the score line. Let me give you guys the scores, updated score. Okay. We have seen a red card between the game going within Italy versus Belgium. We have also seen a red card given to Pellegrini. Pellegrini has been sent off in this match. So, and Belgium have actually scored a goal. So it is 2-1. Italy, Belgium is 2-1. Austria versus Kazakhstan is still 1-0. Austria are leading that game. Israel playing France. France are winning 2-1. England are still playing out a 0-0 draw with Greece. Finland versus Highland is still 1-0 in favor of Finland. Norway versus Slovenia. Norway is winning that match. A goal scored by Ellen Haaland. Then Faroe Island versus Armenia. It is 1-1. Armenia just scored just now. Then we have Gibraltar versus San Marino, still 0-0. That is a very, very good one, man. I'm loving the way it's going. I wish I could see the England game though. I wish I could actually see the England game because they've been, fun to watch. Because with the likes of what's his name gone, Gareth Southgate, at least for a change, you can actually see proper football being played by proper people that should be playing it.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
So that's the thing. Yeah, no stress, no stress. I was just talking about I just gave the line all the games that have been played, man.
Okay,
So
yeah.
England are still playing a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to see? Do you think do you think this Hurricane was not even invited?
I think
Does that surprise you?
Harry Kane is injured. He's injured. Was it not the news we got
Oh,
that he's
really?
injured? Yeah, he's
Oh,
injured.
I didn't even know that. I was not aware he was injured.
Yeah, he's injured.
Could it be that same back injury? The
Probably,
back
maybe.
injury still.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe
Oh,
it's just
man.
precaution for Bayern drew over the weekend against who did they even played? They drew over the weekend, so maybe
Bayer
it's
Leverkusen.
yeah. No,
They play-
that
Was
Frankfurt.
it Bayer Leverkusen they played? No, one Bayer Leverkusen.
Um,
Frankfurt. Yeah, the one they played. It was, they played 3-3.
3-3, yeah,
It was Frankfurt. They played 3-3.
at home,
Yeah, it was
away. Is it
Frankfurt.
away or at home? So I
Nah,
think
I think it was at home, man.
they
I
were
think it
at
was at
home.
home. They
So
were
they
playing
played.
at home.
Let me see. They played Frankfurt away, not at home. and the match ended 3-3.
Yeah.
A match that the in
Yeah.
short, a match that the last goal was scored. Oh, you expect them to win matches
I
like
think it
this,
was
but
also.
They are still topping the Bundesliga. They are still there at the top of the summit of the Bundesliga with 14 points, alongside RB Leipzig with 14.2. They've not lost any match, but they've drawn two matches, won four and lost none. So let's see how it goes. They are still they are still one of the most informed side in the Bundesliga. So with RB Leipzig
Yeah.
second, Eintracht Frankfurt also are third. Eintracht Frankfurt has four wins. Uh, they have four wins. That's what they have currently now. And I'm surprised that they are not four wins, okay, and one draw. So that's where we are. Then we have the likes of Freiburg, Leverkusen following quickly. So, but that's where they are. So,
This guy says the only reason I am here as a Chelsea fan is because I have lived life for the past 2 seasons at my club. Never thought anyone else would go through this pain.
it is. No, Chelsea fan, you guys don't even have pain because if you look at uh 2 years of without Abramovich, I think it's nothing. It's nothing. But 10 years of telling the Glazers go away because we know what our club is all about, where our club is going to. It's something to for us to look at very very well. And I am not happy. You are not happy as a Chelsea fan for 2 years, but I have not been happy at the moment. So that this is where we are.
Man,
Bro, what is this scene?
now the way says yeah, what's up, how are you know?
Chilling, chilling. I didn't get to watch the game yet. I know reach home, but you watch along for Soca Warriors starting in
Oh,
a little bit now. So it's starting in like 20 minutes. The
okay,
game starting
okay.
10 o'clock. So I
Okay.
ain't getting to watch the Italy game, boy. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. But you know what? Forza Italia.
Who is on the line?
Forza Italia.
Is that Mark?
Of course.
Oh, Mark,
Yeah, it's
how are
Mark.
you?
Chilling, Fancy. What's good, broski?
Oh, Mark, you guys, I've missed you guys. Even when I came in on your show last time, to be frank,
Bro, you just dipped. I was like,
I
what?
did, no, I didn't dip. It's just that I went to Africa and I had to bring my kids, and I'm trying to adjust a little bit with what is really going on around here. So that's where my problem is. So hopefully I should come back on air by next week. So I just wanna arrange, make sure I keep things in proper. You know how kids are, two boys for that matter.
Mm.
you know they're
Jesus.
gonna suck me. They're gonna
Jesus.
suck me dry. But all things being equal, I think you guys still keep me abreast. Even when I was in Nigeria for a week, I was still watching all the show. Though I couldn't really comment, I couldn't really come in, but I was still watching your show, Mark. I was still watching Tier Banks as well. So, but you guys just keep me that float.
You
Um,
know what I mean? We just had to keep it box office. You know, when me and Banks get together, it's a serious riot, you know?
exactly. So, Banks, Mark, I wanted to ask you a question that last time out when I was on your show, but this is the question I have. Thank God you are here. This is the question I ask. I have for you. Both of us, both me and you, we you know where we are coming from in terms of for how long we've been watching the club, and we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of United. Um, uh, I am an apologist of Ten Hag, but I think I have stopped being an apology because I just felt that Ten Hag also wouldn't change. What
I
would
mean,
you, if you would advise me? I am the owner of United
I,
now. I am the
I
owner of.
mean, I can't tell you how to feel about it, bro. At the end of the day, I mean, you have your perspective on
No, I
what
have
you
my
think good
perspective,
football
but I
is.
want to.
No,
I
no,
want
no, bro. I mean, like at the same time, you say apologist. I would say it is like this, bro. As a United fan, at the end of the day, people might think it's Ten Hag Chester, but it's Manchester for me
yeah,
first. You know what I mean? And then after, I just think that with all things considered, we can't discount. Like, okay, I was talking to Themba the other day,
yeah.
and I was telling Themba, I was on a stream with some fellas, and our brother jumped on the stream, and he was like, well, the only reason United come third in the first season was because Chelsea had a takeover issue. Spurs had a manager issue and player issue,
Yeah.
right? Liverpool had major injury crisis,
Yeah.
and some other team he say was struggling with transfers or something like that. Anyway, so then I was like, I replied to the room. I say, well, in Ten Hag season 2, after we come third, we had a takeover problem. We had a player injury crisis.
Yeah.
We had a player and manager problem
Yeah.
where some players weren't playing because of certain reasons.
Yeah.
And all three things, which individually happened to three different clubs that kept them out of the top four. The lowest of them was finished 12th. The highest of them finished 6th.
Yeah.
United finished 8th, having all three of those problems. So when I say that to the room, the entire room get quiet. And then, of course, they started battling with different things and all kind of different tactics and statistics and not scoring goals and this and which field open. But the reality is, they had no answer for that, right? Now, the
Yeah.
first 7 games of the season in the Premier League haven't been great. We've played 10 games, won 3, drawn 4, lost 3. It's not good. But as much as it's not good, we still have a lot of time to turn it around. So I say the players need time because we have a new coaching staff. We
Yeah.
have also new players who might be replacing some players in the starting lineup. So that is also a reason why we don't have our best starting 11 currently. I think that's fair. And I just say I give any manager until Christmas. I believe he could turn it around. The first season wasn't a fluke. We had a 23 game unbeaten streak. I feel like fans forget that. And yeah, I expect us to turn the form around after this international break.
Oh, so I think for me, part of me 70% say I should go with you now because to be frank, I have this huge fan base in Nigeria. When I was in Nigeria, I have this huge fan base. We come in, we talk about football, which most of us do have as well in our local areas as well. And I have this discussion with them, and all of them being United fans for years. Everybody was just saying Ten Hag should go, Ten Hag should go. I wasn't holding up my play because for me, I believe before Ten Hag there was United. That's what I believe in. United for me is the key. I don't care whether any other team was there. It was the club itself that it is for me. But seeing these guys being worried, being putting down the start for me, and I told them that it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time because we are passing through. See, clubs have to pass. I told Themba a story about Real Madrid. Real Madrid at a certain time they were just sacking managers, bringing in different managers. That was the first after the first thing of Florentino Perez when he didn't win the election and Calderon came in and for five seasons Real Madrid were just in limbo. They had players, they were signing players, but they were not winning anything because Barcelona
Mhm.
dominated the league at that moment. Yes, but I know it's not. It's a little bit
Facts.
different from. Yes, it's a little bit different from what we have in the Premier League because there are clubs that wants to dominate. There are clubs that are out there financially. They are very very strong now, unlike what it used to be before. But it doesn't really matter because United is a big club and the biggest club in England and one of the biggest club in the world, whether we like it or not. And we can still attract any manager we want. We can still do that even at the moment. We can still attract any player we want. But I think for me, I just think that fans should look at the club. Let's look at the club very well because this is a club that it should be our pride. Yes, they will tell that this is our pride, this is our pride, but people are destroying the club. But what do we do? It is United first, and for me, for me, I will go with what you are saying. It is the club first. Let's put aside Ten Hag for now, and let's see what is going to happen in Christmas and let's see how it goes. You sack Ten Hag today, it doesn't change my view about the club. You leave Ten Hag to now, it still
Mhm.
doesn't change my view about the club. Why I ask this question is that I just like getting perspective of maybe I'm just too I'm thinking a little bit from what other people are thinking with regards to where the club should go, where the club should be in terms of style of play.
Well,
Because
you see this. You see that's the thing.
go ahead,
That's the thing, bro. No
yeah,
mean to cut you there, fancy, but
no, no, you have
listen,
to, you have to. Why?
we are
No,
real
I love how
brethren in
you
the
have,
chat
yeah,
here,
yeah.
right?
Go ahead,
David Moyes is our brethren. He's always been on
exactly,
everybody's stream supporting anything. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He like me. I never wanted the Glazers. I never wanted Ineos because Ineos meant the Glazers here for a time. I didn't want that. Wanted Qatar,
Yeah.
but we get
True.
them.
True.
But
True.
we
True.
get
True.
them right. So
yeah,
I was like fuming, but then they hire Omar Barada.
yeah,
And something tell me before I say anything and do a stream about Omar Barada, let me go and do some research. And I went on and look up everything on Omar Barada I could find. And for 10 years, this brother analyzing all the madness that went on at United for 10 years, dissecting it, bringing out his own thought process and solutions that we could solve the problem for 10 years. Go check his Twitter, check his LinkedIn. He used to post it on his Twitter every month. Once a month, he would post his opinion or what could we could do to change things. Right
yeah,
now, I would like to ask fans of Manchester United to do one thing for me. We have a good structure. This I believe. Now, Ineos might not be no more different than the Glazers, but what is different is the structure. There's footballing sound people. We could all agree on that.
yeah,
Even Themba could agree on that, right? Whether they under who and whatever. Now, Adrian Monk saying Ten Hag sell Fernandez, but Adrian, me and Themba will do a video and I'll show the interview with Ten Hag when he spoke on these young players that left, like Mark Jurado, like Alvaro Fernandez,
yeah,
and a few other players that you probably don't know. They left because of previous negotiations before Ten Hag came into the club. Ten Hag wanted Alvaro and Marcurado to remain at the club. What he was able to do was they was able to negotiate a buyback clause for Alvaro, which is in his contract with Benfica. They wasn't able to do that with Marcurado, which was a loss. Now, we could blame Ten Hag, cool, no problem. I have no problem with that. For everything that happened for the first 2 seasons of his contract. Yes. Let's agree on that. We'll blame him. Now he has a new structure this summer. All the decisions went through the structure first. All the suggestions of players came from the structure. Even De Ligt and Mazarari was not even something Ten Hag decided. The
yeah,
club and the scouts decided on that. Dan Ashwood came out and said that in an interview, you know what I mean, and another article. So let me not get to, you know what I mean, he has this and he wanted this and he wanted that. Forget this now. We had that for 10 years. We're making a shift. We as fans have to kind of move with the times. You know what I mean? No, the footballer has not been great yet. But the metrics, whether we like it or not, the metrics are better than last season. We have the
absolutely,
most clean sheets in the Premier
absolutely,
League
yeah,
with 4. Every other team that close to that have 3 or less, right? No, we have the lowest goals conceded along with Man City and Liverpool. We have the most shots per goal action in the top. We in the top 4 there. We number 1 for shots for big chances missed, true. But we also top 5 for most chances created in the league. Now, I think is a problem with the young players in the squad. Some of them are not ready yet. Some of them need to learn. Some of them need to find that spark. Not saying that they don't have it, but they need to maintain it. They are young. Garnacho, Hoyland, even Ahmad, 22. You know what I mean? Now Anthony and Xerxes, we kind of have an idea what we'll get for them. Xerxes not match fit. Anthony trying to fight his way back into the team. The only real player we have to count on is Marcus Rashford up front. And Marcus Rashford in the last 3 games has been showing improvement,
yeah,
dedication, more concentration, more focus, more attacking presence. If this could continue, no, it could change our fortunes. It might be frustrating for the first 7 games, and I could understand everyone who say Ten Hag out, this, that, rubbish, this, that. I could understand it's frustrating. But remember, some of us, and Themba and you, Fancy, could remember, I always said it this summer.
Yeah.
We are a work in progress. As much as we won't admit that, as much as it's not the right stage of projects to be a work in progress, this is how the cookie crumble. We can't change the fact of this of what happened. What we can do is affect the future, right? We
Yeah.
cannot live in the past. And a lot of fans have their opinions, and rightfully so. The last season was terrible, but the first season was very good, I
Yeah.
would say. So if we put it together, let me say he 50-50, right? He
Yeah.
and this third season, let me say is the determiner or whether he's a good coach, bad coach, rubbish, or could take us another step forward. You know what I mean? There's a defining light here, moments here. Because he had a good season. We can't deny third and two cup finals is a very good season. First season. Second season, eight and a cup, not too great. So he 50-50.
I agree
Third
with
season,
I,
it's not
I agree
started
with you.
great, but let me see how it goes. At least that's the only thing I could say because you see, for me, right? I can't. I have my opinion, but I don't want anyone to feel like they should believe what I believe.
No, it's not.
Everybody
It's
should
not.
have
It's
should
not.
take the
Mhm.
information from all sides and have their own determination.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, just an update from the UEFA Nations League. There's a red card for Italy, and Belgium has just pulled one back. It's 2-1 in favor of Italy, but Italy have a red card going to half time. And then also the Faroe Islands and Armenia are drawing
Yeah,
1-1.
Pellegrini was sent off.
Yeah. So the Faroe Islands and Armenia are drawing 1-1. England is still nil-nil till halftime. San Marino and Gilbert Islands are still drawing. Then France still leading Israel by 2 goals to 1. Then Norway is still leading Slovenia by 1 goal to 0. Austria also lead Kazakhstan by a lone goal as well. So that is the state of play currently in the UEFA Nations League. Back to you, Tia Banks.
Well, Banks, give me a little
Yeah,
rundown on
but
the
the game
score
have
now
been
so
you have
far
been
in the
watching
first half
this
now.
so far.
Tell me a little
Yeah,
bit about the first half now, bro.
no man. I was watching the game between Belgium and Italy. It has been a good one, man. Italy have been surprising because like Omofi says, it seems Spalletti took the manual from Napoli down to Italian team. They play good football right now. They press
No,
like, and
they've
that's
been,
what
they've been
explains
magnificent. To
those
be
two
frank,
goals.
they've been magnificent in their
They were
last two
magnificent.
matches. Yeah,
Just that now they got already. I just hope that red card don't get to affect them in this game, man. That red card they got, I don't just hope it don't affect them because immediately they got a red card. That was when this guy scored. Trossard made a very, very good pass and they got back into the game 2-1. So I don't know. Going to the second half, maybe Belgium might come out with full force as well. Just I'm a bit surprised I didn't get to see the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku in those teams, in that play in the team for Belgium. And they are also not on the bench. So I don't really understand what the manager is trying to do. Maybe he's trying to create his own team because basically he also put he didn't even call this guy up as well, Tubokotwa. So maybe he's trying to just do his own some he's building his own team or something. But let's just see how the game goes. It's still 2-1. Belgium can come back into the game. But I still if I say Napoli, Italy can do what they can do, I still believe they can just lock us shop and just get away with this 2-1 win. That's
Well,
basically the
bro,
first half. I'm not watching the
tell me
England
how the
game,
game went.
but
We're
I'm just
gonna
keeping an
check
eye on
out
it.
this because right now we the bottom of Nations League with 1 point after 2 games, a loss and a draw, and
yeah,
we need to win this game here. And Trinidad, the game is about to start. It's a few minutes away. I have to start the watch along in like three
Okay.
minutes. I want to see how this is gonna go. I'm excited about this game because I'm hoping we could get a win. Yeah, bro. It's
See,
not
yes,
looking good, bro.
excited.
It's not looking good right now,
Excited.
bro. Two teams in we at it. We have it to do in all ways, shape, and form right now. As a United fan, as a Trinidad Soca Warrior fan, we have lots to do, bro. Lots to do. So I look forward to the next couple of
Trinidad.
games because I feel like a lot of people not taking into consideration that United is that kind of team that when you underrate them the most, you write them off the most, they could shock you. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
yeah, maybe see
Okay,
how United go with time
Trinidad
to
are
turn
playing.
things around.
Trinidad are playing.
Yeah, my vote of
They are playing
confidence still right
Cuba.
on Christmas.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cuba. Like
Oh.
I'll be keeping an eye on it as well, so I can banter you, Mark. You know me. Let me put the favorite so that when the girls start going in and start calling me,
But Mark, before Mark leave, but you guys are in, I think you're in the last 5 games for Trinidad. I think they've apart from the loss from Honduras, they've held their own. Beat Guyana, beat Grenada. Okay, draw with Grenada.
Well,
Beat Barbados 7-0. Lost against Honduras 4-0. Then they held their own against the French. Okay, let me see. French Guyana. So let's see what the
it
what.
was under a different coach when we were scoring goals, not to be fair.
But
So
let's
this new coach, he ain't really doing too good. And for the first time we draw with that team we draw with right after we lost to Honduras. And
yeah.
to be fair, I think even though I didn't really like the other coach before, I feel he was building something. But I mean, the fire him and this new coach, I think it was looking like crazy the last 2 games. Like I could understand why the results were the way they was the last 2 games because it didn't really look too great. But you know how it is, bro.
Yeah,
That's how it just goes sometimes.
yeah, that's football for you.
Greece
But
have scored 1-0.
Greece are currently beating
Greece are
England. But
leading England.
this is bad news for England. This is bad news for England.
Ah,
definitely,
man,
guys.
like
I'll catch you guys in a little bit. If you want, you could always come. I'll drop you link in the chat for you all. But I'm gonna start the watch along there.
The problem will pop up.
yeah,
Big up to you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
and
Thank you so
Forza
much.
Italia.
Yeah.
we got to drop the link. We'll jump in as well. Wow, man. Now this is where you want to know what are England gonna do from here now? They're going to go get a manager, or we they still trust Lee Castley and believe? Let us give him a chance and see how it plays out, man.
No, they have to. They have to give him a chance.
But
But I think,
there's
like
so
I
much
told you
out
earlier,
there, man.
with the only shot on target for or 2 shot on target for Greece. They scored one out of two. They've scored one out of the 2 shots. 8 shots shot on goal. England have been dominating possession. If you look at pass accuracy, England dominating everything so far, so good. But they have fall behind now, and let's see how they will respond to
So
this
sometimes
goal.
they
But
tell
let's see
you
what they will.
it's not about playing good; it's about getting the result.
Yeah, because
Now, this is
England.
what the Moye says here. He
Let's
says
go on.
17 million to sack Eric Ten Hag isn't even a quarter of what we spend on any of our players. The problem with us as United is that we spend small for managers but big for players when it should be the other way
No, no,
around.
I disagree. I disagree. You always spend much more on players and managers anywhere you go to. Take it or leave it. How much is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pep Guardiola is one of the highest paid managers in the. How much is his salary? How much does Pep Guardiola earn? Uh,
Mhm.
how much does Pep Guardiola earn? How much does he earn? Let's tell ourselves the truth. He earns 20 million pounds annually. That's what he earns. There are players in the world that earn more than that.
Man.
So let me say this. Let me say
Yeah.
this to you, David Moyes, is that you have to spend on players, whether we like it or not. 70 million pounds to sack Eddie Ten Hag. You have to look at the antecedents of where the club is coming from. How much have we spent? What is the PSLR rule saying? We have to. All these things have to be put in cognizance.
Mhm.
Yes, before you start looking at
Mhm.
whether you want to sack a manager or not. I think from now to Christmas should tell us where we are in terms of where Erik Ten Hag is. That is a barometer for me to measure him now. I will not keep mourning and mourning. I have watched United. Many of us have watched United for a long time. That's why I have stopped panicking. To be frank, many of us have watched United for a long time. Anybody
Mhm.
you bring into United at the moment, be he who he, even Carlo Ancelotti, I'm telling you, he's gonna shake a little bit because United is a massive club. and Themba Banks, you can attest to it. The Mourinho has come in and he
Hmm.
did the first season, he did the second season. What happened? The second season didn't go well. He was sacked. Mourinho is one of the biggest managers in the world, whether you like it or not. You have who else again that have come into that
Fact.
club? You have what's his name? The Dutch guy that took Holland to the World Cup. What's his name? Luis Van Gaal. Luis Van Gaal is also one of the biggest managers in the world. For us that have been watching football for a long time, he also fizzled as well. He also didn't do well.
True.
He didn't do well as well. So,
True.
but this is where we are. United is a massive club, and a lot of things comes with it. David Moyes, whether we like it or not, we have to spend. You have to spend money on managers, on players rather than money. Anywhere you go to globally. Let me tell you. Let me also tell you the salary of Carlo Ancelotti. Uh, Carlo Ancelotti. Let me tell you, Salah, how much does he earn? Carlo Ancelotti earn 11 million euros per year. That's what he earn yearly,
Mhm.
before even before tax. That's what he earns in Real Madrid. So you can see how much is being paid. So the issue of us talking about
Yeah.
money is being spent more on players. These are top managers that have won laureates around the world. These are top managers that have won laureates around
Hmm.
the world. So they are not just anyhow managers. Who else again? Mention them. The top managers in the world. How much do they earn?
And one thing you're forgetting is that these players are also kind of like assets. Some of them they have that, that
Yes,
brand
I've said.
whereby
I
they
think
want to buy that jersey.
I've said so. I've
So
said so.
sometimes like that.
Tier banks have always said so that these players are like assets. So the money is being
Mhm.
pumped into them going forward. So
Yeah.
70 million pounds to Sek Ten Hag. I'm not saying United don't have the money to pay him off, but all I'm saying is that if you look at currently now, that is not an option for now. That is not an option for now. After seven games, you want to press the panic button as a big club, then if you are the owner of the club, then so be it. You can, if you know how to run a club, so be it. You can press the panic button and see where it takes you to.
Yeah, fact. And Kepalan says yes. What I'm hearing all summer, I heard Manchester United won this summer transfer window with players that no club wanted. But I wouldn't
Absolutely,
say so because
absolutely wrong. Because let
I
me
wouldn't
give you
say
an
so.
instance. Over 60,000 pounds signed a petition for who? For delete.
Delete.
Sixty
Matthias
thousand
Delete
Bayern
not to
Munich
leave.
fans. Yes, I think 60,000. Or if I'm not mistaken, how many? I need to check that
Yeah, well,
petition. How many fans
I think it
signed that
was
petition?
60,000. Yeah, 60,000 or
Yes,
90,000. One of the two.
yes, they signed a petition for him not to leave the club. But he was there. Yes, the club has its own problem. United have their own problem, and United have to find solution to that problem. Whether it's a managerial problem, I don't know. Whether it is, I don't really know. But time will tell going forward. We can sit down here and talk about
Mhm.
and laugh and talk about and cry and talk about who won the transfer window or not. But what I'm saying is that whether you sign the best players, the best players in the world, we still have our own problem, and we will deal with United will deal with that going forward. That's what I think. That is my feeling about it. Kepalant. So we shouldn't talk about who won the transfer window or not, or who didn't win the transfer window. For me, that's not my idea. That's not what I think as well. I don't
Mhm.
even think that United did
Mhm.
win the transfer window. And like I told you, we didn't sign a left back, and for me, that is
Yeah,
if you
it
have
was
signed a left
important.
back, yeah, if you have signed a left back, we won't play Masarawi. We won't play Dalo in left back. We'll have had somebody. So let's see how it goes.
Hopefully.
Ten Hag,
And Jonathan Petrovic says,
yes,
Ten
yes,
Hag ball is coming. Be
he's
patient.
been
Trust the process.
he's been optimistic. I like your optimism. To be frank, bro, I like your
Let's hope
optimism. So
so.
let's see how it goes.
Then Patrick says here, he says, and the fact that United fans have let the club sink this low without a proper pretext is mind blowing to me. As an Arsenal fan, as an Arsenal fan, started protesting about
Clunky.
Crohn cares, concrete, they decided to take action.
Oh, I think Patrick Fumba. I think I disagree with you. We had one of the the best fan protests when we invaded the pitch on the day we played Liverpool, in 2000 2002. Remember that was it in 2002 that they were talking about the National League, the Super League. We had it. Arsenal didn't invade the pitch.
Super League, yeah.
Arsenal fans didn't
Was
invade
it
the pitch.
202?
Yeah, that's 2002, 2003. Arsenal fan, Arsenal fan did not invade the pitch. Arsenal fan did never raise any banner on Stan Kroenke. We had the Glazer out. Arsenal fans did not even walk out of the pitch, even when their teams were walloping in this in where they were at that time. So I think for me, we've had better protests than any other fan base in the league. We are the biggest club in England. But take it or not, or leave it.
Yeah.
I am not saying we are not living in the past, but
Mhm.
currently it's still stay to us. Arsenal fans Arsenal might be enjoying from the process, because I remember when I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying, Philip, I understand that we are, as an Arsenal fan, we are currently nowhere where we are, but I am trusting the process. So we also have to trust our process, and that is what it is. Sankonki is still in Arsenal. Is still one of the shareholders of Arsenal. But let me tell you this: we have the best. We have made huge amount of protest in proper protest in Manchester United. Not as Arsenal, not the way the Arsenal the Arsenal fans can't even go half of the protest we've done. We have walked out of matches at a certain point. Tia Banks, am I lying? All these things I'm mentioning as a
No, fact,
United,
fact, 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 fact.
with regards to United. So I don't think it is proper for you to say we've not had proper protest. Tell me the kind of protest the Arsenal has had for the past how many years? Now you people are doing well you've done well for 2 seasons. Now you are telling me that you've not won anything for 2 seasons now. For 2 seasons, you've not won anything. Now you are telling me that you guys
Mhm.
had proper protest. No, I think
More than 2 seasons. More
more than
than
two
two
seasons.
seasons.
You've not won
It's more than
anything.
two
The last
seasons.
time the
It's
last
more.
trophy you won was an FA Cup. So I think you have
FA
to
Cup.
when you make comments, you have to sit down and go back to your history book and look at it very well. Let's move on to
If
your
you want to,
banks.
if you want to, if you want to banter it the right way. And
Exactly.
Manchester United forever says Themba don't have the attention in his life
No,
because he's
Themba
a
don't
friend
have
of
tension,
mine.
but Themba has love for United per se. Themba has a
Yeah.
bit of him, because see, let me say this, please. I am a United fan, in and out a United fan, but I still have love for Real Madrid, a small love for Real Madrid. I have never seen Barcelona as a club, whether with or without Messi. Because see, let me say this: I am telling you this. Most of us have been supporting football, have been watching football, supporting clubs, supporting our various clubs. But see, we still have affiliation with other clubs across Europe. Like I have a huge affiliation with. Okay, see, when I was growing up, there's this affiliation I had for Real Madrid. Do you know what, Temba? I think I've said this thing to you. I watched Real Madrid
Mhm.
matches at that time because of Zinedine Zidane. And
Okay.
even before Zidane joined Real Madrid, I was watching them because I just love the way they play. Their jersey was white. They have this glamour. You
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? And
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah.
when it comes to Europe, they were almost United at rivals. Anytime they beat United, they beat United. But I've never been sad with regards to that, because I love Real Madrid, and that is just it. Part of me love Real Madrid, but I'm a United fan. Too. If you Real Madrid and United plays today on the pitch, it's 100% United. But it doesn't mean that I don't have
Mhm.
that certain love for Real in me across Europe. So that's just it.
Well, um, Norway are beating Slovenia 3-0,
Okay, no way up.
and I think
What else again? What do we have?
3-0.
What else
Highland
again?
is 1-1. Ireland has scored a goal. It's 1-1. And like I
Yeah.
said, the red card has come to affect the game between Italy
Oh,
because now
whoa,
it is
whoa, whoa.
2-2.
It's 2-2. It's
2-2.
2-2. That's bad news for Italy.
So I was not
That's
surprised.
bad
I
news
knew
for
it was going to
Italy.
affect
It's
because
gonna be 2-2.
getting that red card, it was too early,
It was
very early.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So
and Gibraltar have scored. It's 1-0 to Gibraltar
yes,
in the game between Gibraltar versus San
Gibraltar,
Marino.
yeah, yeah. Gibraltar just scored now,
So,
1-0 in favor of Gibraltar. Then Austria are hammering home Kazakhstan by 3 goals to nil. Finland and
goes to
Ireland
0.
are still a draw, and France are still holding their own against is Israel. Let's see what's that. So France will move second will be second on the group. If Belgium win this match, let's see. If Belgium win this match, I think it will take them to it will take them to the summit of the league itself. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, it's been so. Let's move on to
So
your banks.
moving on.
Let's keep reacting.
My brother, it's only gonna get worse proper. Yourself, prepare yourself. Man United is finished.
My United is
I
not
just
finished.
hope
Your banks.
very soon I
My
think they
United
are
is not
coming there.
finished.
I just hope so, man. Then David Moyes says they showed you who they are already. The Glazers backed into a corner with nowhere to go, and this man saved them with investment. That's why I
Exactly,
don't
David
understand, man.
Moyes.
Because we would have a situation whereby the Glazers would
Yeah,
have sold the club, but these guys came in and popped in 1.2 billion.
billion.
They just rescued those guys, man. Then Colile says, yes, says Ineos failed at every sport they try to get themselves
No,
into. And they fail as well in Mercedes. In Mercedes, they failed at Mercedes. They
no.
did.
But you cannot say they failed because Ineos just took over that area. How many? They've not gone. They've not failed. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. We fans are quick to judge, but we have to give. See, we know that football is a very big business, but you have to look at Themba Banks. You have to, and it happens quickly. To be frank, if you don't take time as a manager and as a club owner, you have to. It just pick you off. But let's see. This is
Mhm.
football, and we little time are given to managers, little time are given to club owners as well by fans. But I think we have to allow the process to take off its shape. It's going to be difficult, and I never said as a United fan that with the number of signings that we've made, with the structure that we have, it's going to be easy for us to just go in and compete with the likes of City and Liverpool, who have tried,
Mhm.
who have been dominating for the past 10 years. So let's see how it goes. People won't believe, according to Jim Robinson, people won't believe
Mhm.
me when I say that Marco Silva, Frank,
Frank.
okay, what's his name? Frank, the coach of Brentford from Brentford, can
Thomas
come in
Frank,
now.
yeah. Thomas
Yes,
Frank.
so Frank, show how easy and show that they are at level with above level of them. I think I disagree. See, let me say it, and I keep on saying, and I've said it earlier. I said Mourinho is the biggest manager. Is the biggest manager in one of the biggest managers. He also came and failed. Um, with this structure that we have, with this current structure that we have in the league with United, if Mourinho was part of this current structure, I think he will succeed a little bit. If Van Gaal was also part of this new structure, I also think he will succeed. So that is what it is.
Mhm.
Let's not forget that the likes of Marco Silva, the likes of Thomas Frank, United is bigger than them. It's 10 times bigger than them. United is a big club, and take it
Mhm.
or leave it. Take it or leave
No,
it.
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That one is a fact.
Take it or leave
That's
it.
a fact. Uh, Moye says, yeah, Manchester United is the only big club where a season where you score 58 goals, have a goal difference of only 15, and win the Carling Cup is considered a good season. Right.
David Moyes. It's the only club. Is it the only time we've? Is it the only time we've scored 58 goals? This is the only time we've scored 58 goals in a season. This is the only time before we score and we had minus 15. This is the only time that's the worst. That's our worst season for a long time. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
And most of us for
Mm-hmm.
just as fans forget about. We don't want to hear about the glory days and that blah blah blah. Maybe you are one of the Gen Zs. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not trying to insult you, but you're one of the Gen Zs that are out there. We have most of us have enjoyed success of the club, and that is why we are keeping our fingers
Mm-hmm.
crossed. If you have been watching football, maybe
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to tell people the story sometimes about about some clubs, because see, it is
United
not easy.
and their history.
It is, yes, you have to say at a certain time United were down, at a certain time United were this, United were that, United were that. See, between when we won the 1999 Champions League final and the 2008 Champions League final, it's a gap of close to 9 years. But see that we've been knocking on the door, knocking on the door, knocking on the door, trying to see if we could. Alex Ferguson was knocking on the door, trying to see. And when we won that 2008 finals, we went to three finals, three or two finals, two against Barcelona, which we lost.
Uh, yeah,
So
take it
I
Barcelona
don't
and
I
yeah.
don't understand where you, because just one season we had a minus 15 goals difference. It has been Manchester United is the only club. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It was bad last season. Yes, it was bad in terms of injury. It was bad in terms of management from the Glazers. It was also bad in terms of um, players not putting 100%. It was bad because in terms of players leaking out information. And let's tell ourselves the truth. That is just it. And these are factors that affect the club. And when I say so, people will say, "What has on the pitch factor got to do with what is happening off the pitch?" And I will say, this is football. It matters all the time. On the pitch, off the pitch, matters all the time. Every club have passed through that phase. We are also passing through that phase as well. But it might not be like every club because our own is peculiar as well. So let's see let's see what the future holds for us. For me,
Okay. Okay. Now that is a good take, man. I love that statement. Yeah. It's a good take. And Patricia says here, Ten Hag needs to stay few more years. He actually deserves an extension, and I'm sure she's taking the piece. Then he says, I am enjoying you all struggling." By the way, Inos suits United. Glad those clowns failed to buy Chelsea. But she just
Miss
revealed
Mi-
her
Miss
team right there.
Miss Patricia. Sometimes
Then it
I
says
just
our owners are always ridiculed by the English media. They aren't useless like Eunice and Glazers. Go on. So what you want to say? Go on.
Patricia, your owners failed to cross to take the club past 11 position last season. Because you are having this joy now doesn't really mean that you are the sub you are one of the best club currently now. You are not. And let me say this thing to Patricia. You are not. You guys were at the same league with us last season. You struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled to finish in what position? Six. Uh, Good for you. You had a very good season ending last season. Won your last 5 games in and around. It doesn't take out the fact that you guys were also poor last season. Even this season, it does is still even this you guys started well last season. Remembered. Even this season, you guys started well as well. Even despite you had some bumps in the road, but it still doesn't take out this idea that your owners also are failing as well. They failed, and and possibly it is not the end of us seeing that failure. But where you should be happy, you should be glad that what is happening off the pitch is not affecting what is happening on the pitch for Chelsea. It's not affecting that, because
Hmm.
Chelsea is different from United. Chelsea is totally different from United. And let me say this: Chelsea is different from United. United is, if you look at United as a club, is twice the size of Chelsea. Take it anyway, I'm saying it to you. So, and the fans have potential influence on what is happening in the club, whether you like it or not. Unlike Chelsea, I think you guys were spoiled with Abramovich dollars and blah 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 blah. This now
Error.
the yes, you guys were spoiled with Abramovich pounds, but United, it's all about the fans. Our money comes from the fans. Our money comes from our global sponsorship as well, and that is why it's a little bit different from but it's a good one. You are enjoying your comeback now, and for me I think it's a good thing. I love seeing every club compete on a normal level. Patricia, let's all go and see how many trophies we will win, how many matches we will play against each other, and who will win at the end of the day. But it's a good one for Chelsea fans. And now that United are in sorrow, allow United to wallop in their sorrows as well. So that's just it.
So that is so wrong.
Yeah,
That was football for you, man. Why? And which club do you think is going to struggle next? Which club do you actually think is going to
I
also
don't
go
want to
through
say. I don't
transition?
want to say. I don't
Because
want
for
to say
me,
because there's no. I don't want to say much about which club is going to go into transition. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't see.
I would say Liverpool, man. I would say Liverpool.
Do
I
you
think
think so?
Liverpool are going
Because because
to very soon,
because
very soon.
very soon, because what's his name? Arnold Swart are settling in. They are top of the league and everything is going well for them. But let's see. This is
Mhm.
just 7 games in the season. Maybe something might happen. We don't really know. Something might really happen
How long
along
will
the
it
line.
take?
I don't know, but
Because
let's
one thing
see.
why I said it's Liverpool next is because of the fact that you look at Musala is at the end of his contract.
Yeah.
You look at Trent Alexander-Arnold. There's a possibility he might leave for Real Madrid. So and Liverpool have not really done anything. For me, I thought Liverpool actually fumbled not selling Musala. If I was Liverpool, I'm sorry, I would have cashed out on Mo Salah when that money came from Al Ittihad from Saudi Arabia. I would have cashed out, but they did not use the opportunity. That was the money they could have just getting the money from them. Use that same money go and buy Mbappe from PSG.
But
Honestly,
Mbappe, mind and heart have been set for Real Madrid, whether we like it or not. He's not going to come to Liverpool. He's no matter what they offer him, he's not going to come to Liverpool. So that's just the reason.
then
Uh,
Arsenal fan here, I would only take a put on Martinez as inverted left back. Euro because he's unknown. Dalot to convert to a winger. Mount as a runner, Meno Young, and Garnacho Young. Every player not mentioned, I see as nothing. Now, do you think Dalot can play as a winger?
I don't know what this guy is talking about, but
As a winger?
you need 11 players to play a match, and you need
Hmm.
26 to 28 players to win a league for you.
Yeah.
Let me say this to Ibokwe. This is what I think about your statement. You okay? Let me go back to history, and people forget about history. Even history, see, the proven part of history is that most of us don't forget about that history itself. And this is what I want to say.
Hmm.
When Arsenal were doing the invisible,
Hmm.
everybody was hailing Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, but there was a certain player
Yeah.
in that midfield that was doing the job far better than the Patrick Vieiras in that team. And you know that player, Gilberto Silva.
I talk about Robert Pires.
Not Robert
Gilberto
Pires.
Silva.
Gilberto Silva was
Man,
the engine room of that midfield.
Gilberto Silva.
Forget about Patrick
Hmm.
Vieira. He was a good player, the captain of the team.
Ah,
But
man.
when it comes to
You just mentioned player just now, man.
when
Gilberto
it comes to
Silva.
doing the engine work, he's an agent now. Because
Hmm.
I think when it comes to doing the engine work in that team, doing the dirty work in that team, it was Gilberto Silva. Remember when
Hmm.
United won the league 3 times in a row? Remember there were
Yeah.
players that were subject to, how will I put it? They were subject to nothing in that team. You don't need a fantastic 11 players on the pitch. All you need
Hmm.
just 5 talented players in that in a team, and you can do wonders. Who knew about Cristiano Ronaldo when we signed Cristiano Ronaldo? Who knew about Luis Nani when we signed Nani for Manchester United? Who knew about Anderson when we signed Anderson for Manchester United? Who knew about these players? Virtually none of us knew about it, but when they came into the team and they did wonders in that team. You understand what I mean,
Hmm.
Bank? So what you need
Yeah,
is
yeah, where point?
is is a good structure on the pitch, not off the pitch now. A good structure of play on the pitch,
Hmm.
and that is where I think Ten Hag is really finding not finding his feet on the ground. He needs a good structure on the pitch. You mention names. See, they
Okay.
are talented. They've been talented players in the Premier League that have played for crap clubs. I will mention them here. Talented players in the Premier League that have played for crap clubs. Let me give you an example of a talented player. David Ginola that played for that played for Tottenham Hotspur at that time when Tottenham were nothing. Even till now, they've not won anything.
Mm-hmm.
David Ginola was a fantastic player. Alan Shearer was a fantastic player. He only won the Premier League once. How many of us remember that Alan Shearer won the Premier League once?
I think he
He
won
won it.
it
He won it
with
with
Blackburn,
Blackburn
if I'm not
Rovers in
mistaken.
1995. Yes, he was
Yeah,
a
Blackburn
fantastic
Rovers. Yeah.
striker, but he refused to play for Manchester United when Ferguson come knocking on the door. What did he win at the end of the day? Nothing. Nothing in his football history apart from that one Premier League. And when he was asked, "Did you
Yeah.
regret it?" he said,
And
"No."
this
When he was asked, he has been asked several times, "Did you regret not moving to Manchester United at that time?" He said no. So I don't know what he is talking about. So every player
you
is
think he's not
important.
like there's no way.
No,
There's no
no.
way
Every player is
there's no way
important.
you not regret it.
No, no, yeah, no,
There's
no,
no
no,
way
no.
you
I,
will not regret it.
I
There's
don't
no
know. We
way.
don't know what is going on in his mind, but that's just every player is as important on the pitch. Whether you value him, we can name. Okay, the Leicester team that won the league in 2016 or 2017. How many of them were world class? No, mention them. How many of them have gone to play for Real Madrid and Barcelona? Or how many of them have even played for Manchester United? Apart from N'Golo Kante in that team, and who else again? Only Kante
And
that has gone,
Mares.
and Luis Mares. Those are the two
Mares
players that
also
have gone
went
on to
to
play for other
Chelsea.
teams. The rest members of the team, what have they turned to at the end of the day? So when you come here and talk about
No.
players and man, let's look at our history very well. There are players that are important in the pitch. You don't even see them doing anything in that pitch.
True.
It's a Villa
And when it
Porto.
says Villa, Brighton and Crystal Palace was literally there for the taking. The Eric Ten Hag did not take it. Well,
Yeah, but
those guys
it's
also they
still,
get paid. Same way they
it's,
get paid as well.
yes, no. So, like I said, it still boils down to Tia Banks. Let me ask you. You are a manager.
Mm-hmm.
You come out for training every day. You do training with your players every day. You give instruction to these players every day. Um, you give that
Mm-hmm.
instruction to the players every match day, and you expect them to follow the structure of what you really want them to achieve at the end of the day. I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
when you select those players, you don't have control of what's going to happen on the pitch. True or false?
On the pitch.
Yes. Do you have
Yeah,
control of
fact.
it? Do you have control that the player will be sent off?
Mm-hmm. No, no,
Do you have control that
no.
a player is going to
Just
miss
that
a one? Do you have control that a player is going to miss a one on one chance? One-on-one chance.
no,
That is it.
no.
So it happens in games, and
Like
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 me, where I always find problem with. Go on, go on, go on, go on.
okay, that's why I agree with what's his name Mark said. You have young players, and these young
Mark.
players, yes,
Mm.
you have
But
young
one thing
players,
is that
and these young players
where
make mistakes
where
all the time.
where
You
I
expect
blame
them to
Ten Hag
grow.
sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
Because where I blame Ten Hag is this, man. I always believe as you're watching the game as a manager, you should also be reading between the line. But Ten Hag does one thing. Ten Hag acts as if before the game, like they won't kick the ball. He has already write down the 3, 4, 5 names of players that is going to come into the game. And no matter what that happens on the game, no matter anything that's happening, it's still that same people he has like wrote down. These are the players that are going to play in second half. And yet again, when I watch football, I watch United play. I could see okay where it needs to be improved, when changes needs to be made, and there because sometimes when he makes substitute, the first thing I would say is probably the guy, the person he took off is injured because there is no way you would take out that player
Hmm.
and you're telling me the player is fit and ready to go. And for me, I've been criticizing that guy for his substitution. I've been like he doesn't have been criticizing Tenak for. is a substitution. Because one thing is this, man, we come into the game like you look the way you played against Barnsley, you played Casemiro Gate, then you played Ericsson as a 10. We saw what happened. They controlled the game, controlled everything. And this guy called Zexia as well is not a striker. He's been misprofiled as a striker. Even he said it himself that he is a kind of 9.5. For me, I think he's more of a 10 than a 9. So you can play him as a second striker. But one thing is this, man. You look at that game because if there's something I've been noticing that okay, no, Ten Hag is it that he does not read the game when he's watching the game? He doesn't read it or what? Because his substitution are horrendous. The game against beginning of the season,
Hmm.
Messi Mount was available. I saw what Messi Mount was doing. I saw that okay, this guy was actually working. People never saw it. People were asking, "Where is Messi Mount? We just spent money, waste money, and everything."
Yeah, yeah. I,
But
I I remember you were pointing out, and I,
immediately, yeah, immediately he took him out. The midfield became very open.
yeah, because
Okay, now look at
Eric, what's his name? Messi Mount was the only presser in that midfield. He was pressing, making those
yeah,
tackles.
yeah. And now I look at Zexi as well. But I watched the game against was it Fulham?
Hmm.
United were in the first half they were creating chances. In the second half, the Nak takes out Zexi. And I was like, what is happening? Like, is this guy watching the game? Because he took out Zexi, he took out Amma, took out Ericsson. Now, what he wanted to do was, okay, let's play the counter-attacking football, whereby we use space to get at them. And I'm not surprised why Garnacho is injured. I'm not surprised because that dude has been overplayed. He has been overplayed. And if they don't take caution, Kobe Mino as well might get injury very soon. Bruno Fernandez might also get injury very soon because they're already showing that fatigue already is there already. Bruno, you say what you want to say. I don't rate him. I wouldn't want him at Real Madrid, but I believe he's a good player. But yet again, you have to also give him rest. Nobody plays football than Bruno in the whole world. He plays more game than anybody.
Yeah,
I
I
bet
agree.
you right now he's back in Portugal. And I'm telling you, what's his name? Roberto Martinez. We play him.
You will.
He plays him. He comes back to Man U. Continue from there.
Yeah.
When does the guy have to get time to rest?
Rest.
Why don't you drop Bruno? For me, I said, if us, I will drop Bruno. That game against Barnsley, 20. Bruno Fernandez, go to Portugal. You're not playing. Do what you want to do. You're not playing. Go back home. Give him rest. That guy, he has been playing too many
but
games. Too many
but
games.
but their banks, no manager will do that because at the end of the day, that player is your employee and you're paying him so that you're not paying him to go for holidays, and that's where football is
Yeah, I
so
know.
football is so cred for players. Just a quick update. Austria is 4 goals up against Kazakhstan, 4-0 to Austria
Our
against
stars.
Kazakhstan.
They are smashing these guys. Also, are
They're
smashing
smashing
them.
them, yeah, yeah. So we just some few minutes to go to the end of the game, and France have added one more. It's 3-1 to France, courtesy of Matteo Gondozzi. 87 minutes strike for Matteo
Gundozi.
Gondozzi. So the match between excuse me, the match between Belgium and Italy is still two. Let me see, it's still 2-2. It's
2-2.
stalemate, yeah, except something changed at the end of the day. It's still 2-2. So that is what the England
Ireland just
has.
scored again.
Let me see.
Ireland has scored. It's
Finland.
2-1.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's 2-1. Ireland, Finland is 2-1. It's 2-1. The courtesy of let me see. Okay, the name is not has not pop up yet, but this is what we have. This is football for you. So let's keep our
France
eyes
has
on
scored
it.
again.
France have made it
France has scored. It's
4-1. 4-1.
4-1.
4-1. So,
Bakola.
yeah, Bracola just added one.
Wow.
So
What a
let's see.
player. That guy is a good player as well, man. He's a good player, honestly. I don't want to lie.
Yeah,
He's a good
he is.
player.
He
And
has. He has
England have scored. England have
England.
scored one. They put one back.
England just pulled one back. England just pulled one back. Yes, exactly. England just pulled one back after. Um. Well, it's been quite a good match for England. They might go on to win the match. It's a test of what Lee Casley will be as a manager. Well, let's see. But they'll still criticize him at the end of the day. So it's 1-1 to England.
I
Uh,
think it will end as a draw
G,
because
G, G,
the goal was scored 87 minutes by Jude
yeah,
Bellingham.
but
So I think
there's still time. There's still time to score one more goal. It takes 1 second to score a goal at your bank. You know what is
yeah,
this?
true, 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 true,
Football
true
is
though.
mad.
Yeah, true though, true though.
Okay, the Faroe
We've been there,
Islands.
we've been
The
there.
Faroe Islands have just scored too. The Faroe Island have just scored.
Florida also have scored.
They've scored
Wow.
since they scored in the 85th. I don't know how I didn't see that. So they are leading 2-1 against Armenia. So let's see how it goes. Let's see. It's gonna be
Like honestly, I was expecting Armenia to actually
yes,
beat
because you
Faroe
know
Island.
Armenia
Honestly, because
Armenia had some good players in the how will I even put
the
it? They
Euros
had
as
some good
well.
players in the Euros as well. So you expect them to take this one, to take this one. So let's see.
Honestly, man, Faroe Island for crying out loud. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
let's see.
Kepalan says here, he knows the clown that Aka was to sack Ten Hag. They should just ask him one question. Can you tell me how many games will Manchester United win in the next 5 games?
I
My
don't need
answer is zero. More
I don't
losses
need
than draws. Like, let me ask you that question now. The next United 5 games, how many do you think you're winning? Because let me just
I
check.
can't I
Oh,
can't judge I can't judge the next 5 games to be frank. So let's see what United next 5 games will be.
like everybody are
So,
banging in the goals, man. Now it's 2-2. I mean, I just scored.
Armenia equalized, so we expect them to equalize in that match.
Yeah.
So it's 2-2 to Armenia.
93
Uh
plus minutes.
yes, it's 2-2 to as we are speaking, it's 2-2 to Armenia, and let's see. Man.
The
Uh
game between the game between Norway versus Slovenia have ended. It
okay,
ended
yes, it's just ended
3-0.
now. So that's full time now for Norway. Norway has let me see who's on Eli Haaland with 2 goals. He's gonna score for Norway, but I don't think he's gonna help them to qualify for anything. So I don't think it's gonna help them to move top the top line. They don't have a very good structure going forward in terms of the Norwegian national team. Maybe he might get one or two Euros to play in. Norway used to be a very strong footballing side those days.
Yeah, when they
They
had
played
John
well.
Carew.
Yeah, John Carew. They
Obi
had
John
very good
Carew.
players. They had John Anarise of Liverpool, the very deadly left back.
Yeah, Risse, yeah.
So
With deadly shot.
yeah, with deadly
that
shots.
guy is that guy.
So
The
let's
Colile
see.
says here, unless Manchester United falls into relegation zone or get knocked out of Europa early, he's staying all season.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Some managers, another manager can come in and do and perform a magic. Uh,
No, the manager bounced now.
I think
Obviously, the manager
yes,
bounce will be
but
there.
I just think that we don't want we want to sort out United want to sort out their problem naturally, and they want that problem to sort itself out. See, let me say this to we all fans. There is no quick fix in football. If you're an Arsenal fan, remember where you're coming from. If you're a Chelsea fan, remember where you were 2 years ago. Arsenal fan,
Fact.
you've not won the league for the past 20. How many years was that? 2003
Man,
was the
it's
last league.
crazy. It's
2004 was.
crazy, man.
So for the past
But it's
20 years now, you've not.
24, okay. No, it was
Yes,
twenty-four,
that was
25.
unbeaten. Unbeaten was the last league, and during that time, Leicester have won the league. United have won the league 6 times or 7 times. City have also won the league close to 7 times. Chelsea twice in between that period. So
Liverpool as
let's
well.
or 3 times or 4 times between that period. Liverpool have won the league once. So let's tell ourselves the truth. Football, there is no quick fix. You have to sort out this problem one after the other.
Mess.
And let me say it
Mm-hmm.
because if we are looking for we United have gone through that route of a quick fix. We sacked Van Gaal, brought in Mourinho. For me, I think that was a little bit of mistake. Though I don't even like the tactics of Van Gaal, but I think we were looking for a quick fix. And we discovered Mourinho was not
Mm-hmm.
really the answer. We went in for Lugano Solskjaer. We gave him as a caretaker manager. That didn't work. We brought in who else did we bring in at that time? Um, uh,
Rafnik now. After it was
Ragniv as an interim manager.
Rafnik, yeah.
At that time, he was telling the club the truth, and most of us didn't really
Man,
like what he was saying. And that was now we have
man,
Ten Hag.
the man went in.
See, people do forget that it took Alex
That guy
Ferguson.
went in on the club.
It took Alex Ferguson 3 seasons to even win a trophy for Manchester United, and people will say that that is those days.
It's a three
It
season,
is still football.
4 years. I think it was
Yeah,
4 years.
4 years to win the league. And took him yes, it took him 4 years to win the trophy. Yes, 1990 was his first trophy, the FA Cup win against Crystal Palace. In 1990 or 1991, because he
Mhm,
came in November of
mhm.
'86 and he couldn't really win. He didn't win anything. In short, in 2000 and in 2000 in 2000 we expected Alex Ferguson to be sacked. There were 3 games to sack Alex Ferguson when United were really
Yeah.
walloping. In 2000 and 2001, United were really struggling at the beginning of the season. But Alex Ferguson went into that 3 games and won those 3 games outright against one against Arsenal, one against Everton at that time. One of the match was also against to Spurs at that time. United went on to win those 3 matches. So, but this is where we are in modern day football. No patience anymore. The norm of modern day football
Mhm.
is sack managers, bring in somebody else that can do the job. If he
Yeah.
doesn't do the job, you sack him again, bring somebody else again. If that one doesn't do the job, you sack him again. And it's that cycle.
Sack him again. He's
When will
allowed.
you when will you get stability? Chelsea fan now they are winning, they think that they have
It
stability.
does,
If something happened,
it does work for some teams,
yes,
man.
if something happened along the line, then we'll know where we are. Okay, the Vegeta show. I think I
Oh,
love.
yeah, that was oh.
Oh,
Okay. That was a topic we had those
okay.
when
In the
itself.
last
We
show,
had
yeah,
that
the
topic
last
then.
show, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then what do you know? Because Greece have actually scored. It's
Really?
2-1 now. Yeah, Greece have scored
Whoa,
2-1.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
What were you
whoa,
just
whoa!
saying?
England are in trouble. England are in
Now,
trouble.
Gabriel says here, Mino career is on the line. Is on the line here. He needs to progress. It's a graveyard. And one thing is,
Menu,
I've been
Menu,
saying it, and I will keep saying
Menu,
it
Menu career is not on the line. He only had a full season
on that
last season
Tenag
as a young player.
on the line. Not Tenag for me.
He's not on the
Not
line. And
Tenag, man. Because one thing
I, and I
we know,
disagree
Mino is
with
a good
anybody that
player.
say what Menu just
Mino is
need
a good
now.
player.
What Menu need now is a rest. We have said so.
Mm-hmm.
We have said so. He needs
One
to
thing is
rest.
that
See,
I've been saying it for a very long time, man. I've been
he
saying it for a very
needs
long
rest.
time. He
He's
needs
not
rest, man.
19. How old is he? How old is Kobe Menu?
Nothing. He's 19 and 20. I think he's. Let me just check quickly. I think he should be 19 or 20, around there.
Menu is just 19 years old and he
But
started playing
let
for
me just.
United at the age of
He's
17.
19.
I think this guy needs a rest. This guy, whether we like it or not, he needs a rest. His career is not on the line. I think for some of us that have been watching football for a long time, we know that this player needs a rest, and that is just it. There's no two
Mhm,
ways about it. He's not poor on the pitch, and also he needs somebody that will assist him in that area.
mhm,
Yes, he might.
mhm.
And when people are saying that it's a graveyard, what is a graveyard? What do you call a graveyard? This is the same Ten Hag most of you were banishing in praise when he was in Ajax. The same Ten Hag that beat Juventus. The same Ten Hag that went to the. Oh my God! I think we fans are we fans. We fans.
It's always the case, man. It's always the case. It's
Say
always the
what?
case. It's always the case.
Yes.
It's
See,
always the case.
let me say this. We fans are just like, look at it. We are just like players that a player that move. You remember Emmanuel Adebayo that scored a goal against Arsenal? He
Yeah,
went down
Arsenal.
to celebrate. That is what we are.
Man,
We will
Iran.
choose the badge. We will choose the badge when it's going for us, we fans, and
Yeah.
we'll put down the badge when it's not going for us and look for blame. So, I think
Honestly,
for
man, it's
me,
crazy, man.
let's see.
And then Dean says here, Dean is saying, wait, your club is beyond finished. The three studies, Barada, Ashworth, Rickos can't even sack a manager. Long days ahead till 2028 and compete for the league.
Then,
Like I don't know when you saw
then
the article when go on,
I read the article
go on.
when Barada said, and Barada is being realistic because a lot of things need to take shape in that club. The Premier League is not La Liga, where you have two
Mhm.
clubs or three clubs fighting for the league. The Premier League, there's a pool of clubs that are fighting for the leagues now compared to before when you have Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United fighting for the. Before it was even Arsenal, it was even United alone that dominated the league for the first 10 years of that, the
The
first
Arsenal came
seven
into the
years of that.
picture.
Then Arsenal came in. Then you had Chelsea coming in from 2004. Then you had Man City that also came in as well. Um, I think Omar Barada is being realistic. It doesn't. He's not saying that things cannot really happen before 2008. 2008 is 4 years from now. He's not saying so.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's saying is that let's be realistic. That for United to compete with the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, not Chelsea because I won't put Chelsea in that mix for now. With the likes of Liverpool
Yeah, no, no.
and Man City and Arsenal, that more investment need to be made in the club with regards to players. Uh, with regards to players, that's what he's just saying, and that is why he puts that. See,
Mhm.
United need really good 3 to 4 transfer windows to be able to compete. We have said this thing again,
Mhm.
and if this cycle is being broken again, we have to start all over again. And this is what the Omar Balada is really saying. Um, you can cut the guy with the statement he made, but let's tell ourselves the truth. It is a reality. Take it or leave it. Football is a very crude business. It's a very crude business, to be frank. It is, especially in this modern age where money is being invested in millions and billions of pounds.
Mhm.
So that's my take about that his statement. So take it or leave it.
Then Ashford and Omobara that have blood on their hands for not buying in Odin midfielder. Then Ag and Bruno, absolutely low level of ability is untenable. The leadership of the squad needs to be replaced as soon as possible. So basically,
Oga,
he's talking
Oga,
about
you are bringing Oga,
Bruno. United
you are
States.
bringing politics. This is not politics here. We are not talking about this is football. Yeah, Ibokwe, forget about your unattainability or leadership or what is it? When Bruno was scoring goals left, right, center, you people were celebrating left, right, center. I don't understand what is not going well for you. See, I have United in my blood more than what some of you think you have in
Yeah,
this. I have
yeah.
United in my blood. So, and that is why when I come out to speak, or when some of us come out to speak about United, it shows that we have the history of that club. We know what is. It might be different post Alex Ferguson, but we
Mhm.
still understand where the club is going into. Go ahead, David Moyes is the next with the next
Yeah,
message.
it says this is so entertaining. United has fallen so far, arguing about a man 14 in the league. Biggest club in the world will be nothing. Okay, it's the biggest club in the world. Will be nothing in 10 years. Glazers runs teams into the ground. Inos have no pull. So basically, he's saying that he recognized United to be one of the biggest team in the world, but he's saying yet again that if they don't probably do the right thing in the next 10 years, United might be no more. Because one thing is that
It is not.
I kind of
You
I
know,
agree with this
you will
statement.
not agree with that statement because it is not 10 years first. It is not
No,
ten
the reason
years.
why I agree with comment is
If you
that
said,
somebody if a play somebody is not really aware about the history of United, the
uh,
person will like someone that is
but,
gone to
but
there
it
now
is
will
not
just say
10.
United
It is not
are
10 years
trash.
first. What of FTA banks? This is a probability. What of if
Mhm.
you at the end of the day? I say I love this show. Maybe because I just came back freshly. Everything is just popping in my head like this. So in my head, I have a lot of feelings.
Mhm.
I've not been in the but so I've read a lot of articles over these 7 days
Mhm.
about United.
Yeah.
So he is talking about 10 years. He's talking about
Mhm.
being 14 in the league. What of if?
Yeah.
What of his whole statement is if, and my own is also if.
Mhm.
So it is 50-50.
If yeah.
Now, what
Mhm.
if there's a change in fortune in the next 10 games for United in the Premier League and they win their next 10 games, for instance, or
Mhm.
they win
Mhm.
70% of the next 10 games? What will he come out to say? It is still if. Remember that when Antonio Conte took over Chelsea,
Yeah.
where was he? In his first 7 games, how many points did he pick? Let's go back and check back the history books. In his first second game, then he
And
had to
one
change. He had to change tactics, and that was when we started seeing managers playing five at the back, courtesy of Antonio Conte.
yeah.
When you have the ball, you play three at the back. When you don't have the ball, you play
Mhm.
five at the back. That was Conte, and Conte is the only manager in the history of English football that will ever win the league with three at the back and nothing less. Nobody will try it in this league again. Quote me anywhere.
I don't think so.
Nobody will try
I
that
don't think so.
in the league again.
I,
So
I don't think
we should
so.
not come out and
They are going to get
start
battered.
talking about we should not come out and start talking about in the next 10 years. In the next he's 14 on the league. He is this, he is that. Let's look at where the club see the club knows that they are struggling. The hierarchy knows that they are struggling. You are not in the minds of the
Mhm,
technical board. We are not in the minds of
mhm,
those. They have seen all these things. But patience is the key. We lack
mhm,
patience, and that is why we keep on
mhm.
firing and hiring managers all the time. We have to keep that boat
Fans,
afloat, and let's see where it takes us to.
they want to win now.
Yeah,
Fans want to win
but win
now.
at all costs will not win at
They
all
want to
costs will not
win
help.
now.
England have finally lost their match against Greece. I think it's a shame,
Grace,
and
it has ended.
we'll see what the pundit will talk about tomorrow. We'll see what they will talk about. So
Can't see.
The Glazers
Can't see.
have not helped the team. To be frank, they've not helped the team.
Southgate in Manchester. I know,
Oh
man.
no,
Patrick says the Ateta first three season is the biggest clutch at straw I have ever seen. You
my
could
brother,
see
tell them
exactly what
oh,
Ateta was doing
exactly. Trust the
with the
process.
squad and style
Uh,
of play.
people
Okay.
were calling for Ateta's head at that time. Carry on. Let's move on.
Mhm. Then Kepa Aslan says, I don't think I trust this Inos. This so-called footballing people looks like rejects who other competent clubs we are glad to see the back of. Inos needs to be called out for their weird decision. I
For
think he's
what
going
weird
against Father
decision? What is the
Tenag.
weird? No. What is the weird? Okay, before keeping
Tenag
to
was
back, there was
Tenag.
okay.
Yeah, it's doing Tenag.
Tell me. Okay, they went for who else? Thomas Tuchel, and Thomas Tuchel said he doesn't want the job at that
Tuchel.
time. So I don't understand. So what do you expect them to do? They should go and get who? Who do you think they should get? Man,
But for me,
let's clear
like
ourselves with
I
it.
won't even advise. I won't advise United to go for Tuchel as well. Honestly, I
Okay,
will say it anyway.
you
Even
see,
even I want to not go. I won't advise you guys to go because it's crazy, man. Like if you're talking good about Tuchel, Tuchel is a replacement manager. They sacked in PSG, sacked in Chelsea, sacked in Bayern Munich. Oh, come on, man! It tells you everything you should know about the team
but
because
he won the Champions League.
yeah, he won the Champions League. They won him from scratch because Lampard was already in quarterfinal already. He came in from quarterfinal and win the Champions League, and that's what people are forgetting. Now, Dean says, actually, I glad Inos are sticking to their guns for far too long. United decisions have been based on public opinion,
Opinion,
and
yes.
that uh, can change in a whip.
Mm. Yeah,
Then Evans says here, well, what's killing us are the expectation from 10 to 15 years ago
exactly, my man.
waiting on
We have a
us
lot of expectation.
and the players. Then it says Eric Ten Hag may not be the guy to win the league, but he's
Yes,
doing a job. Why just not let him?
exactly.
And I think
He
that
might.
thing he said as well is a fact, man. Expectation of the
Expectations is
fathers were
what
a
is.
big club.
See.
A big
I have.
club, yeah.
Many of us have. Okay, let's have watched United for 1995. I've watched them since 1995. Even I think they've won like two league titles at that time. And for
Mhm.
me, to be frank, watching them with all those glory days of Salah Ferguson, I still have expectation as a club. But now I'm focusing on
Mhm.
how can the club be much more better? How can we have a playing system? You understand? How can even before talking
Yeah.
about winning the league? But we remember that even post Alex Ferguson, we've won trophies. We've won the FA Cup like three times, no, like twice. We've won the Europa League. We've won the League Cup during that time. So the club is still winning trophies. Where the club is at,
Mhm.
where there is fault in the club is that we've not have this consistency in challenging for the league. If United
Yeah.
had challenged for the I think the only time we challenged for that was that COVID year, and we fell apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't really do well. We could have won the league that year if, like
Mhm.
I said, we had somebody of experience as a, because I for me I don't think Solskjaer handled that. So if it was a Mourinho at that time we had at that time in that position at the top of the league at that time during that COVID year,
Mhm.
we could have won that league. We were unbeaten. We were unbeaten in all our away matches, all our away matches that season, we were unbeaten. Tier
Mm-hmm.
banks, but at home we fell short of winning matches. We lost against a bottom side, Sheffield United that season. A match that could have given us hope for us to win the league, and we allowed City to win the league that season. So I don't understand.
Look at what this guy says. Tenag is so incompetent that he tried to rebuild his Ajax side, but ignored the three quality players in kudos. Kudos, Gravenberch and Timber. He's talking about he's trying
No, okay.
to
If
build a team,
I think
higher team United.
this is bullshit. This is bullshit. And let's tell ourselves this is bullshit. If Ten Hag had Kudus,
Mhm,
Gravenberch, and Timber, and we are still playing like this, people will still say he doesn't have Anthony. He doesn't have who else again? Who's a Dutch player in that team? He doesn't have the butcher in that team. He doesn't have who else?
mhm,
So let's tell ourselves the truth. It is not happening for Ten Hag. Doesn't mean that it will not happen for him at United this season. It will happen that for him at United,
mhm,
I'm sure. But coming to say that because he doesn't have Kudos, he doesn't have Gravenberg, he doesn't have Timber, it's all bullshit. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
mhm.
Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's all
It's a long
bullshit.
statement to make, man. And then and that is actually the end of every game that has been played today.
Yeah.
They've all ended. Let me just go through
Yeah, please
the
just go through the
lineups here.
scoreline.
The
Yeah.
score. So scoreline. It was between Israel versus France. It ended 4-1.
Yeah.
Italy and Belgium ended 2-2.
So,
Kazakhstan versus Austria was a 4-0 demolition. Then England lost against Greece.
yeah.
Highland came from a go down to win the game 2-1.
Yeah.
Norway beat Slovenia 3-0. Latvia versus North Macedonia. North Macedonia won this one 3-0.
Yeah.
Faroe Island versus Armenia ended 2-2.
Yeah.
Moldova and Andorra ended in favor of Moldova 2-0 win over Andorra. Then Gibraltar versus San Marino ended 1-0.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, I think the games we're going to see tomorrow, you have Bosnia versus Germany. You have
Yeah.
Hungary, Netherlands. Czech Republic versus Albania. Iceland, Wales.
Yeah.
Turkey versus Montenegro. And you
Yeah.
have Ukraine versus
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Estonia versus Azerbaijan and Slovakia versus Sweden. I think I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow. I
It's
think I'll
Iceland.
go for
Okay.
Hungary versus
So you do.
Netherlands. One of the two.
So let's see. Let's see the one you do. Maybe I'll join. I'll join you tomorrow as well. It's been an exciting, a cracking show today.
Yeah, man. John, thank you for jumping in, man. Thank you for jumping in. Before we even go, what I should this show to see. Pazza is saying something here. He says Eric Ten Hag has won more trophies than Arsenal, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Newcastle, Brighton, Brentford, etc. Put them together. Let that set in. Come on, you're having a laugh, man. You're
Paz.
having a laugh. You're having a laugh, bro.
Oh my
You're having a
goodness.
laugh.
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh,
Man.
I
Big
think he
up
has
to you,
a
man. Big up to your Morpheus for
yeah,
jumping in, man.
he
He
has
has
a
a
point
point. He has
there.
a point. Yeah, he has a point
So so
because he has a point. Hey, look at it.
those
He has a point.
those Chelsea, Tottenham, Aston Villa, Arsenal fans on the stream, please
Yeah,
don't mind
yeah.
Pag,
Take
but
that.
Pag has a point. Take that to the bank.
Take that. Take that to the bank, man.
Crazy.
Honestly, I has a point. And it's honest truth, man. This is what you call proper banter. He just did a proper banter. Yeah,
Banter,
like i- if I'm not going to run on the stream right now, I don't think anybody wants to say anything anymore because he just sealed it up and just what a way we want to even end the show actually to end the
yeah,
stream
what a way,
with
what
this
a
kind
way.
of statement.
Brilliant, brilliant.
That's a fact, man. But no problem. I will send a link tomorrow for the watch along as well, man.
No
We'll take
problem.
it from there.
We'll be back here and let's see what's going to happen. So hopefully, the fans of football will be back. Maybe next week. Hopefully, let me just
Well,
prepare
okay,
myself.
next week.
Maybe I might even
Okay,
go on
sounds
live. I might even go live today this week as well. So
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. Just
So
take your
might go
time,
live.
relax, relax,
Yeah,
relax,
yeah.
relax,
So
relax.
guys, so
Big
let's
up
see
to you,
what's gonna
man.
happen. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tia Banks. Thank you so much.
Always big up for jumping in, man.
Yeah.
And guys, man, that's the end of the stream. I'll be doing coming online tomorrow for the watch along. So please feel free to join me on the watch along, man. I will see you guys on the next one. Do have a love.